think. Yes, folks. Yes, folks. We was rambling again, the pair of us, and I may have realised that it was stuck on the intro wallpaper because, yeah, why not? But anyway, hello,
it's James's
folks.
Fault.
Welcome, oh, pardon me. Welcome to Workbench Live with Festa and Foxx for the wonderful folks over at eModels.co.uk. Your one-stop. Go on.
Your what? I forgot you did the first bit. Your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. How many model making needs, Colin?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, not some of them.
Not some.
All of them. But yes, folks, it is the Wednesday Workbench where I'm going to be starting a new kit in a minute. Yeah, I know. We got. I know. He's been saying to me, "What is it? What is it? Tell me. Come on, tell me." And he's been doing my head in. Got to clean that up, didn't I?
You did.
Right, let's have a looky, Kins, at the chat. See who we've got in there. First then, we've got Jacqueline Crochet Art. Good evening, gents. She says we are sitting here waiting for the live stream to come on our TV. Hello.
Are we on the big telly car? I think we need to put our face in the picture, don't you? Hello, people on the big telly. Hello. There you go.
There you go. She got the eye of doom. Right. There you go. Let's just pull that down. I know. Finger of shame, is that? Good man.
No, that's the finger of big telliness.
There you go. Stunk. Yeah, let's just clean the screen.
Let me in.
Absolutely. So hello, Jackie there. She says we're in our lounge waiting. Yes, I know. I say. Lee Eagles is in, says I, everyone. Hello, Lee. How you doing,
Hello,
geezer?
Lee. Hello.
Dominic Cook goes in, says good evening. Hello, mate. How you diddling?
Welcome.
Richard Thomas, Scale Model World is in, says good evening all. Jackie says hi to Lee and Dom, and also hello to Richard. So that's the chat done for a second. No, Glinky Kilgore has come in and says hi, everyone. There you go. So,
Jeff Candygram from Mongo's also just come in.
Yeah, our very own model making. Carl Sagan. Hint, hint.
Imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it, we go nowhere.
Absolutely.
Like you're in the room with him.
If you could let me know in the chat as well that audio and video's coming out all right, because I'm only going to sit here worrying because I am a born worrier. So if you can let me know. Al McNichols in, he says, hello, Colin Fox, Dom and Jackie. Hello, Athol. How you doing, geezer?
Hello.
Jeff Light is in, he says, a very good evening, Cole, Fox and all in chat. Hello, Jeff. Big ups to you and Maggie, mate. Hope you're keeping well.
Feel common.
Absolutely. So, first things first. How's my mum? You don't matter.
I am not relevant. Mama Wolf is fine, thank you. She's in winter mode, which means she won't come out from under the duvet.
Yeah.
So she lives under the duvet now with her iPad and her headphones to listen to the telly.
She's in old person mode where you see for the whole of winter one eyebrow and the tip of a nose.
Oh, yeah. And the occasional scuttle to the loo, and that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine is.
Oh, it's cold.
My sister rode me out. She went round to see Motion. She was like a little caterpillar all rolled up. It was quite funny. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. So as long as Mum's all right, I suppose I better ask. Yeah. How have you been and what you've been up to? Come on.
I'm all right. Thank you very much. I'm not too bad. Been some part work stuff this last week or so.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I'm fine. I've got more Baneblade to do. Yes, it's still ongoing.
Absolutely.
I have now requested James to send me the next thing I'll be doing while this is being finished. But yeah, I'll be doing the last bits and bobs on this before I start the enamel washes. And
absolutely. Glyn says on that subject, he says, I must say, he said, you have done a beautiful job on that bad boy. There you go.
Well, thank you very much.
Let's put you on the bigly screen so that folks can have a perusal. I know, stop it at all. We know that.
It's pretty much ready for weathering now. I've got to do some shading on the metal bits. I've got to sort out the stubber so it looks like gunmetal. And I've got to paint up the little temple on the back. I've got the tracks and the exhausts ready in greys so they can have their rust washes and glazes applied. Mm-hmm. And then once they are done, I can start with the streaking grime and stuff on the weathering, and then it's done.
Absolutely. There you go, folks.
What I'll do is when I'm doing the streaking grimes and stuff, which takes like 10 minutes and then it has to dry for a day, I'll do them and then I'll do the next build. I'll build the next thing while that's drying. You're
a streak of grime. You're made of grime.
You're a streak of grime. You just said that. Damn it.
Timber's in, says, hi all. Hope you are well. Hello, Timber.
Hey, Timber.
How you
seen Timber
doing,
for a while.
Mate? Not seen you for a while. Hope you're keeping well. Right. We are going to be starting a new kit. Boom.
Yeah, never mind mine.
Oh no, if you remember rightly, I did the beer truck for eModels when I first launched the Wednesday shows.
Look at that.
And I had this sat in my little list of quirky things that had got me attention. Ooh. So I'm going to revisit the beer truck when I finish this, and I'm going to do a little vignette with both of them on it.
Ooh, do you put yourself full screen? We can have a look at your bits.
Yeah, sorry. I had one hand holding the box and the other hand was tapping the bench, mate. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that bad boy is what I'm going to be doing. You don't want to see my knee on the camera. There you go. So, yeah, it's just something a little bit different again, isn't it? And there's loads of variants. Open in the box. Open in the box.
See, that's the kind of thing I can imagine you modding the heck out of to make it look like some cool thing, but...
Yeah,
as well.
You know, you got all different variants to do. You can have white, cream, and all of that lot.
Milkshake.
But I kind of just like the weathered down Foxx one, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. It's floating me boat. So, yeah, so it's something different. It's one of the little mini art kits, and I had great fun doing the beer truck, and I thought, well, I might as well get myself one of them bad boys.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like the fact you've gone for the blue, because blue is a great weathering colour.
Yeah, you know, the link has gone in the description, folks. If you want to grab one of these, you can grab one by heading over to the eModels website and popping one in your basket. See what I did there? So, yeah, it was one of them. I just fancied doing another little mini art vehicle. And, awesome. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do.
Little vehicles that people never knew even existed.
Exactly, and there are absolutely a lot. I cleaned that up, didn't I?
Yeah.
There's a lot of these in the range, so I can see more of these coming. But for the Wednesday stream, it's a nice little fun build. See what I did there?
Yeah. If people are interested in things like that, it's like ICM and Mini Art both specialise in weird stuff you've never heard of before.
And of course, they do a lot of figures as well. So, like I say, I've got the beer truck with Albert in it, the sulky driver who had not been given his pay rise and had a bottom lip like an half-inflated dinghy.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I can see me getting a couple of little figures and just popping them on here and just making a little mini vignette with both of them on there. So,
do it.
That's what I'm up to.
It makes sense.
Comes with Devil's Metal, folks.
Yes, how much?
Well, you're going to be impressed at how much of a bullet I thought I had dodged, but look, there are still very tiny bits of Devil's Metal in there. But it's even got the little inlaid plate with it. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of a beaten up, slightly dusty, slightly knackered little milk truck. Oh,
I like the fact you get the nameplate so you can put that on a wooden base like a little display plate. That's quite cool.
Yeah. I shall be doing one of my little carved cobblestone street scenes, you know.
Nice.
Because why not? So, yeah. Cool. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Sprue and Glue's in the chat saying hello. Colin Fox and chat. I'm lurking right now as I'm busy, but I'm listening as I work. Absolutely.
Right, lurker. Now, I take it, how many turrets are you going to add to this little truck?
No, it's going to be treated with respect. It's not getting warhammered. But yeah. So that's what I'm going to be up to, folks.
Cool. Looking forward to seeing that.
Richard Thomas says, I am looking forward to seeing eModels at Telford. Yes, it's Telford week this weekend, isn't it?
I can't remember the dates now. 20-something, was it? 11th or 3rd? I don't know.
Yeah, it was the 8th now, so yeah.
I can't remember.
So I think it's this weekend. I'm not 100% sure myself, but
We're doing a terrible job of pimping it, but
we are. But as far as I know, Ted will be up there as well, having a meet and greet and things like that. So pop up and have a look at kittens.
they'll be taking all the God Hand range. So Ted will be doing some demonstrations. And you can see God Hand for yourself.
You never know if he takes his white coat. You might see that he invites his good friend Mr. McSkipperton as along as well.
Ooh, Professor McSkipperton, you say?
Yeah, you never know.
Rare.
How rare, because they're never seen in the same room together.
No.
It's like, it's...
Richard Thomas says, yes, it's this weekend, so 11th to 12, yes.
Happy days,
We knew
mate.
that. We knew that, didn't we? We knew that, really.
Yeah, of course we did.
We did. We knew that.
Yeah. Lee says, what do you think of my electric bits for my GTR? I see what you did there, Lee, because in Messenger I said it was going to be brilliant, but I saw what you did there. He wanted me to talk about his GTR on eModels. It's going to look nice, mate. There you go. I see what you did there. Right, I'm rambling already. Let's get me bits on the bench and see what we can come up with.
Let's get on with the painting, in my case.
Yeah. Again, with these, just got to be careful when you put the body together that you leave it open enough to get the paint on, because they're not a full-size body shell. It's bits and bobs.
You're not a full-size body shell. Oh, no, well.
Absolutely. So I might be able to get in there and get the bits and drop that through the doors. Yeah, so I can do the floor base. I'll leave the seats out, do them separate, feed them in through the doors.
I've got lots of shades to do. So I'm going to go into my scruffy brush cup and pick out some scruffy shade brushes.
Nice one.
Do nicely.
Oh, that's handy, Harry. I can have a slightly door ajar look about it. So.
Ooh, show off the interior.
Yes. Suicide doors as well. I love suicide doors on a model.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, there's a house on the end of the road, and there used to be a guy who lived in that house. He had this big double garage, and we I can't remember how we found out, but in this house, in this garage, it had a collection of like 4 or 5 vintage cars.
Oh right, yeah.
Now this was the 1970s, and these cars were like 1930s and 40s.
Yeah.
And they were all like serious, and they were all falling apart. I don't know what happened to them, but I've just got this memory of the smell. Not only the smell of these old like 1940s Humbers and things like that.
Yeah.
But the feel of the heavy metal door with the wooden and the clunk when you close it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it wasn't thin rubber, it was all heavily lined. Oh man, and the suicide doors.
Oh yeah, it's got to be done.
I'm just getting the smell now of these old cars.
And it's got 3 wheels. I like the fact it's got 3 wheels because it's quirky.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. It's got churns as well. Look. It's got milk bottles in crates and all sorts of gubbins. So.
Are you going to have to source a busty milkmaid to go with it?
I might have to render a little figure and, yeah.
No. Little German milkmaid.
Yeah, it could have me driving it and you as the princess milkmaid. See what I did?
While I'm looking down, I don't think I fulfil some of the requirements, but
I don't know. We're men of a certain age.
Well, there's
I'm trying to think of a way where we can keep that one clean, but
I'm pressing eject now.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's find the bits and pieces. Oh, look how cute it is.
That's adorable. Now, I am going to be doing my simple shade washes. So for all the silver bits, I'm going to use Nuln Oil.
Oh, right, yeah.
And for all the rubber tyres on the wheels, I'm going to be using Nuln Oil.
Yeah.
And on the heavy stubber for the gunmetal effect, I'll be using Nuln Oil. Mm-hmm. And some of the bits I'll use Langrex. But I'm going to use Nuln Oil on the tyres of the wheels because Nuln Oil's great for making rubber-like colours with the grey underneath. Rather than just painting them black or rubber black, doing grey and then add a Nuln Oil, a couple of coats of Nuln Oil. That's great.
You're made of Nuln Oil.
Nuln. All your Nuln belong to us.
Right, I've got that. That's its rump. That's that. That's the seats. Happy day. Yeah.
Wow, who'd have thought this cheap £1.20 brush from an undisclosed website is garbage.
Absolutely, mate. It is. Yeah, there you go.
Literally
folks.
just used it for the first time. It's already got stuff falling out of it. Brilliant. Well done.
Is that a Festa special? You've abused your brush.
No, I've literally just got it out for the first time and I've got bristles falling out because it's a little £1 brush bargain basement pack of 20 tatty brushes that I got for things just like this.
Yeah, shading brush, yeah.
Yeah, who'd have thought a tatty brush is tatty?
Absolutely. The Bobbins is in. He says, I will be at Telford. I will go and greet Ted. Good for you, mate. I'm sure he'll enjoy it. Steve is in. He says, good evening to you two misfits. He's got it right.
Hey, Steve.
The lovely Marcy is in. Scale Model Muse with loads of hugs for me. The hugs back. There you go, Marcy.
Yeah.
Hope you're keeping well, my love.
Oh, Mama Wolf sent hugs, by the way.
Oh, bless her. Was that special hugs or was that the two-fingered hugs?
No, that was proper hugs, like hugs.
Yeah, she's
not had
also
reason to
saying
give you the
hello
finger
to
hugs yet.
yourself as well.
Oh, hello, Marcy. Welcome,
And
welcome.
Steve is saying good evening all to chat, as is Jeff saying hello to Steve, and I'm issuing hugs to Muse because I was scared if I forgot.
You should be scared. You should be.
I'm still officially good. That's a week, mate.
This is not... There's just something not right here at all. If you're still in
I've rung NASA to make sure that the Earth is still on the correct axis.
if she's still saying this is she's concocting up real serious consequences for something here.
I've done something, didn't I, mate?
I think you need to be a little bit nervous now, a little bit more afraid, because this is not natural.
It ain't, mate. You honestly, the fear that I've got, mate.
Yeah, you not been in the doghouse for more than a week. Nah.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe how careful I've been around the house, mate, making sure that I have not done anything that could put me in the doghouse, mate.
Have you even not touched buttons and things?
No, I can't say that with 100% conviction because I might have gone out and manipulated some buttons accidentally, of course.
So no matter the state of terror, you still can't resist pressing buttons?
No, can't help myself, mate.
I suppose that was a bit unrealistic to expect, wasn't it, really?
Yeah. Every time I go into the kitchen, I did it the other day, right? She got up, she went to work, and literally within seconds of her being out, I was heading to the kitchen and I was just flailing away at all the buttons. But I made sure before I did it that I had taken pictorial evidence of where the buttons originally were.
I was going to say, I was hoping that story would end with you saying, and then after 10 minutes, I realised I hadn't taken photographs because that would have been hilarious.
Oh, no, I've made that mistake before. And she's come in and gone, you've been touching my appliances. Buttons moved. The dial on the machine. It's like, yeah. I now know that she does check.
Why would I not be surprised if she had either some traffic warden's chalk or little bits of very fine tape on things so that when you turn them, you like to put a little bit of tape on a door to see if someone's opened it. Why would I not be surprised if that was the case?
Absolutely. Well, she's actually admitted that she does take pictures on her phone.
That makes you officially a terror. If she's having to do that, that means you are officially a terror.
She goes into the kitchen before she goes to work and she takes a picture of each appliance on her phone for peace of mind, as she calls it.
Security purposes.
Yeah. There you go. And I'm like, really? Am I really that bad?
Yes.
That's exactly what she said.
Did I answer that a bit too fast? Do I need to think about it first?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, she does have allies as well, and I'm trying to figure out who her allies are. I know you are. You're one of her allies because you would be just to get back at me.
Well, her allies is basically anyone that watches any of your live content and listens to any words that come out of your mouth, because everything you say is just an incriminating evidence.
So, yeah. Well, she has actually said to me before, the internet does not tell fibs, she says.
No. And you do know the Fifth Amendment doesn't work outside the US.
Yeah. Marcy says, no nanny cam yet. I've often thought, Marcy, that there is some kind of recording device or bug in here or camera, because, yeah, I've even checked me skull to make sure that she's not concealed anything. It's like, yeah, it's like having the CIA living with me, love. But then, yeah, I am a terror, so...
I used to have a friend who, how can I put this? Worked for an agency. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
I can't. Just, anyway, he once says to me, he says, the one thing you have to get used to is you have to assume that at every point in time, whatever you're doing, somewhere there's a camera. And he said, and you'll find,
yes,
rather than getting dead paranoid, you stop doing really dumb stuff.
Yeah.
He said, and you end up not doing dumb stuff that bites you in the backside later. He said, so just always assume, no matter what you're doing, there's a camera watching you.
Oh, the cameras will pick you up from the minute you leave your house, mate.
But he just meant in any like daily situation like you with your missus, just assume there's a camera.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then you're just safe then.
Yeah, but that doesn't deter me, mate, because I still go out and do all the stupid things, because one, I'm a bloke. And we all know blokes are stupid. Yeah.
It is the order of things.
So, yeah. It goes really well for me, mate.
You are the male of the species, and therefore all the consequences always come your way.
Yeah. So, yeah, she made a point as well of pointing out that I am still good. Well, that's what worries me the most.
Yeah, the fact she points it out,
yeah,
something's afoot. You know something's afoot.
Yeah, because even Lex, he looked at me and says,
what have you done?
What have you done? It must be bad if she's emphasising that you're still good. You've done something that she's got as ammo.
Yeah, she's got something on you.
Yeah, so...
You've got something. She's got something on you, and she's got something she wants or needs.
Yeah, I've asked her what it is she covers. She went, why do you think being nice to you means I have an agenda? And I was tempted to say it because it's so rare. But I thought, no, I'm not going to say anything that could be held against me.
You managed to stop that coming out just with all the strength of your body and mind. You managed to stop that coming out just about somehow.
I literally hit the handbrake, and it was like, yeah, don't say that, Carl. Don't say that. Do not under any circumstances. You mean that actually works? I thought that didn't work anymore. Yeah, I might have stalled the car, but yeah. You know,
or is it like a nuclear? Is it like a nuclear option, that one? It only gets rarely used.
Yeah, it gets break glass in case of emergency situations.
Yeah.
Don't forget, folks, as well, belly and bench. What's in the belly? What's on the bench? What's in the belly? And what is your beverage of choice?
Beverage du choix.
Absolutely, mate.
Don't forget as well, folks, it is a stream for eModels.co.uk. So if you're not in the live chat, and you're watching on the website or somewhere else, if you want to come and join the live chat, click the YouTube icon in the bottom right hand corner and you can join the chat and watch as well. Please make sure to keep it family friendly in chat, and please do not discuss other model retailers, because that would not be cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He says, how many times can I say the word absolutely?
Absolutely. Oh wait. But for you, it's just a positive listening noise, as my old behavioural teacher used to say.
Oh, right, yeah.
They used to teach like how to work in call centres, you know, and I've been working in call centres for 25, 30 years. They'd always get some chump to come around and say, here's how to work in a call centre. And it's like, okay, you tell us what you know. Or
yeah.
And it'd be like, positive listening noises. Yes,
Yeah, oh, yes. They do like their corporate jargon.
Yeah, it's like, brilliant. I've been doing this job for 30 years, but I'm glad some like 12-year-old who's read a book on corporate psychology can come and tell me.
Fresh out of college. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We used to get that, the first-time managers, you know, on their first managerial job. And they're literally fresh out of manager's school, so to speak, you know, and it's like,
So they've just learned all the stuff that's no use at all when you're dealing with actual human beings.
Yeah, and they would come out with the same death by PowerPoint statements, you know, and it's like, oh,
doors always open.
Yeah, you know, let's get the monkey off our backs, and oh yeah,
get ducks in a row. Yeah, every time you get a new manager, somebody brings out the tick sheet for the management bingo.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my god, yeah.
I haven't painted. I haven't finished painting this gun. I'm putting the wash on it. Curses.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Used to be quite funny. It's like, yeah, bless him.
Unlike the managers who never were.
Still using the same old textbooks, aren't they?
Yeah, singing from the same hymn sheet.
Yeah, you got it. Run that by me again. Let's drill this down a bit further. Yeah.
It was quite funny because we actually got a new manager once, and it was quite. Everybody was really unhappy because it was a manager. They wanted them to call centre jobs. They got a new manager from outside, rather than promoting from within, and nobody was happy with it. And the person they got was a complete tool. Lasted about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And had no experience in the industry at all. And literally, we all had our little pens and pads. And every time he said something managerial, we all made this decision. We sit there and go,
we used to have the bingo cards, manager bingo.
But we said we made sure to do it loud enough that he was aware we were doing it without knowing what we were doing. And you could see him getting a bit rattled every time he said something. We'd like, shh.
Oh, yeah. Lee is in. He says, hi, host and panel. Big thumbs up. Hello, Lee. Love to you and Jackie.
Hello, Lee.
Bobbins says, good advice my dad gave me. Never write anything down you wouldn't want to hear read out in court. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My uncle gave me a good thing as well. He said, if ever you hear the sound of a helicopter, never look up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Oh, what worldly advice we were given back in the day.
Oh, yes.
You says, bench is covered in papers I need to fill out for Dad. Belly is undecided. Beverage is orange soda. Currently waiting for my son to get out of class. Oh, bless. What's he studying, Marcy? James is in, says, evening, Colin, Foxx and chat. Foxx and Festa Rocks. Timber says, hi both, been a while but still enjoy the hobby. Trying to find a way for a spray booth that doesn't let fumes drift through the house. Wife really struggles with them. First world problems. What I've got on mine is I've got a ducting that goes underneath my bench. Underneath my bench. And literally underneath Bruce Willis, just under here, is the rectangular cutout. And I just drop it in there, and I've got an extractor fan that pumps all the air out, up a tube, and out through the wall. So that's how I do it in here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that opens your eyes with spraying, you've got to be mindful of, especially if there's someone in the house like you've got there with respiratory difficulties or whatever, is that even with the best spray booth in the world, if it's not a different concealed room, next time you use a spray booth, just put a light above the top of the spray booth.
Yes.
And even with the most powerful fan, you'll see clouds and plumes of vapour coming up. Yeah. Because no matter how careful you are, some of that aerosolized stuff is going to go out of the booth first and then get sucked back in. And some of it will escape. So it's really then a case of either have a room set aside for it where you can close the door, turn everything on, do your spraying, and have almost like an airlock. Just keep the door shut at all times and then leave it. When you finish spraying, have all the windows open, close the door, and leave the door closed. Yeah. Which is one way of doing it. Or, if you're able to have, if you've got like a decent shed or garage or somewhere, you can do it out there. Although then you're at the mercy of the weather, which means half the year you can't do it. So in terms of spray booths, I don't really think there's anything in the consumer that would be that efficient, because there's always going to be some spray that bounces back off the sides of the back and comes back out again. So I mean, just have lots of windows open and fans, and try and do it in a room where you can shut the door and leave it shut for the rest of the day, and windows open. Yeah. Basically, out of all them words, just have your window open and be well ventilated. Yeah. Better still, respirator. Yeah. It's one of them, mate. If it's your environment isn't conducive, then brush paint. Yep, that's the other thing. Yeah, if you're not a prolific brush painter, it's something new for you to learn, and you can get fantastic results without doing airbrush painting. Depends what you're painting. If you're doing sports cars, or alternatively, again, you've got the option of, can the painting you do be done with a rattle can outside? Exactly. That kind of colour, because there's plenty of rattle can paints out there that are really good.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Overcome.
You'll
I
be
have to
fine.
say, since I've been learning how to brush paint since I got into Warhammer stuff, the amount of times now that I've actually used my spray booth and my airbrush has dropped drastically.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm painting stuff that you can brush paint, so it's a bit different for me. I'm not painting like shiny sports cars and stuff, but I've kind of lost the will to live with airbrushing. I really can't be bothered. I'm like, I just want to brush paint because it's more fun.
Well, it takes longer to clean the airbrush than it does to paint what you're painting with it. So
yeah, and it's all the farting about and wearing your mask and your respirator and mixing the paint. It's the middle of winter and you've got to have the windows open, and then it's like minus 400 degrees. And I'll just paint it with a brush. There you go. It's not ideal for everything, but basically just paint miniatures. Yeah.
There are days where I just can't be bothered to get the airbrush out.
Nope.
And it's like,
I don't know if you've done the same as me since getting into like brush painting techniques and stuff, but there are days when I'll sit there and I can't be bothered to do airbrush paint, and I'll be like, right, how can I do this with the brush? And I'll do everything I can to do it with the brush instead.
Yeah.
I'll just figure out how to. I'm like, I can't be bothered with the airbrush. No.
Well, prime example for me is my Harley Quinn Star Weaver.
Yeah.
It's like, I've got to brush paint it. Yeah, I could do it with an airbrush, but I want to brush paint it.
Yep.
Because not everyone has got an airbrush, and it's nice for people to tune in and see someone painting without having to use an airbrush, because not everyone can use an airbrush or has the environment for it.
Yeah. I suppose we should ask what actual kind of models he makes. Because if he's just making shiny cars all the time...
I was going to, but you was in full princess mode of ramble, and I just couldn't get you to take a breath long enough for me to ask the question.
Breathing's for wimps.
I know. So, What is it you're painting, mate?
What's that?
There you go. So we've got a bit of that going on.
I'll have to put that on there. Mental note, Fox, do not break the aerial.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's normally my favourite thing, that is.
Yeah.
2 seconds, bobbins, and I show you, mate. I'll show you what I'm building, mate. I'm just going to quickly glue this bit in, and then I'll show you, mate.
Glue your bits in.
Because he missed the start. So.
Did he miss the start?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Dominic Kaku says, on Sunday I received the first Warhammer box with 25 figures. I don't know by heart what it is exactly.
Oh, nice one.
Is it something you ordered, or is it something you just won, or? It's just think of it as cool stuff to have fun painting.
I may have added a set to my Amazon list. You're going to be so proud of me. Kill Team Krieg. Yeah.
Death Creek. Veteran Guardsmen, as they call them, yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I am building, Bobbins. I am building the Tempo A400 Lieferwagen milk delivery van from Midia. And I got this to go with my little beer truck that I built. So I can see me having a little set of vehicles on this particular thing. And if I carry on doing them, I might make a little street scene yet. So you know where this is going. It could end up as a very long, narrow diorama for eModels.
I don't want to shock you, Cole, but you just did German and you did it correct.
I know, I'm good, ain't I?
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am impressed, mate. I may have been listening to Ellen's Teach Yourself German tapes.
Oh, the old Rosetta tape stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever they are.
Because she's learning German because she wants to.
Yeah.
Good luck to her. It's just another language that she can find all of the words to describe me in without me knowing that she's talking about me.
Oh, there'll be words in German for things that describe you that we don't even have in English.
And I'll be sitting there going, what's that, dear? Yeah. Right.
I saw a quote once from somebody who says, once a day, tell someone important to you that you love them. Also, shout it in German, because that also tells them that life is terrifying and confusing.
pretty much. I wonder whether I can actually...
You can.
I wonder whether I can actually build the body shell as a complete unit.
For a complete unit.
I reckon I could, and have it as a complete separate body shell that I can then... Yeah, I'm going to go for it. It's not what the instructions are calling out for, but...
You should...
It's monocoque, so... Said that right, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. You should know by now, Carl, that if the question is, can I... When you're, as far as you're concerned, if you're involved, if you're asking the question, can I? The answer is always yes, you can, because it's you.
Absolutely, it is, mate. So I am going to go for building the body shell. Yeah, carry on.
Festa always can, because it's Festa.
Absolutely, it is, mate.
I can't say it because I can't do anything. But
Wibblekins.
You can do it.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a go because it could end in tears, folks. But it would make it a hell of a lot easier to be able to have the body shell off the vehicle and paint it as a complete sub-assembly and weather it all up. Yeah. So that's the only downside with kits that have multiple bodywork panels like that. You know, you can sometimes you have to faff around, and I like to try to get the shell as one unit.
Yeah, like your traditional Tamiya kits where the body shell is just monocoque one piece, and it's like, great, I can do that. But when you get like all the other bits, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to go for it.
Well, the worst that can happen is you end up doing a scrapyard diorama.
Yeah.
Or a vehicle abandoned in a forest or something like that, because that's always the option.
Yeah, it could just be a little barn find, can't it, sitting there?
Yeah,
but...
it's always that option.
So we're going to go for it. Why not?
Do it.
That's got a, is that it? Yeah, it is. So let's get that sanded off.
Apologies if no one can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, desperately trying to stay on shot there. So let's move my camera forward a bit. There you go.
I'm in the seamy underbelly.
Timber says I need a loft set up like Ted up there and out the way. Yeah, I used to be out in a shed many, many, many years ago, but when my situation changed medically, my missus insisted that I move indoors because if I had a fall or whatever, I have panic buttons around the house that I can use. So it was peace of mind. And not only that, I got fed up with being freezing cold in a shed, even though I had heaters and that. It was just like a bit...
Spiders and damp. And...
Yeah, it was just a bit glummy for me. So I made that transition. But this little room, literally, when I assembled it, I came in here in the wheelchair and just sat here and had everything in a horseshoe laid out where I could reach everything. And then it was... Before cupboards go in, I'm going to be airbrushing, so we need a ducting system, ventilation, and I put all of that in before I built the bench. So,
the thing that gets me is as well, right? As soon as it goes dark outside, you would not be able to pay me enough money in the world to go into my back garden because monsters and spiders and burglars, and I might get burgled or somebody might burgle me or something.
All them creepy crawlies that are out to get you.
Yeah. So the thought of going out in the pitch black in the winter to get to a shed. Ooh, no, because there could be anything. I could step in poop. It could be anything. And plus, then and plus that animals. And plus, then you're in the garden in the dark, where all the bad things happen, and you're in a little tiny wooden box made of paper, and anyone can just lift it up and run away with you, and you'd get killed. I didn't want to die, basically.
Yeah, your stash could get repurposed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like whenever, in day when we used to have the garage at the back there, and somebody'd say, "Oh, you just pop into the garage and get X," and I'd be like, "It's dark outside. Can you just not ask me to do that, please?"
Yeah.
Is it just go in? I said no, because if I go in there, I'll get eaten alive by, I don't know, rats or something. It'll kill me.
The scary night troll is out there waiting to get me.
Yeah. Well, there could be burly teenagers doing head chopping for all I know.
Burly teenagers.
I don't know. It could be the grim and gruff 15-year-old that sat on the bottom of the Alpine pop van and with the scarf and the grumpy look that came up and beat me up.
Oh, you're such a wuss.
Well, it's like, imagine you sat in your shed in the middle of the night working away and the face appears at the window. You just absolutely poop yourself.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you've got a single pane of glass and some little bits of wood between you and a burly unknown person.
Plus all
Whereas
that
in the house.
Plus all of that investment out there, and all you've got is a little tiny padlock on there held with wood screws that are about as strong as,
Yeah, this padlock cannot be broken. No, but I can quickly pull it off this very thin piece of wood. Bing, there you go.
Yeah. So...
No.
For me, for my situation, it was the best decision I made coming back into this room. But if you're going to have a man cave and you're going to be airbrushing like you want to, then yeah, you do need a dedicated setup somewhere. If you've got a spare room or an old utility room, even if it's just in a cupboard that you can just quickly do a bit of airbrushing in that is vented to the outside world, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the other thing as well, like you were saying about the loft thing, if with that spraying thing we were talking about earlier on, if you can convert a loft to do all your spraying, the spray goes up.
Yeah, absolutely. Straight out through the roof vent, mate.
Yeah. The only thing to keep in mind, this is what Ted found out very quickly after converting his loft into a workspace, was one, don't ever convert a loft to a workspace without putting a dormer window in, because that's really dumb.
Yeah.
Because when it's the depths of summer, where does all the heat go from your house?
Yeah.
Up. Yeah. So unless you want to be like Ted and just get like 1,000 degrees in the summer and everything melts, just make sure you've got a window.
Yeah, he has been cooking, hasn't he, in up in his loft.
Even Mama Wolf was like, why didn't the fool put a window in his roof? There's Ted.
Yeah.
Bless him. So yes, just make sure, it will get very, very hot in the summer up there because all the heat goes up. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, it is one of those. Once you find a space, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
The only other way of doing it is through the winter. You do all your brush painting projects, and in the summer you do your shiny cars because you can get outside and rattle can them.
Yeah.
Just look at your schedule, your build schedule, and just tweak it a little bit so that shiny cars and things like that need airbrushing all done spring and summertime, and then in the winter months you do all your brush painting.
Yeah, I was watching I can't remember the name of the channel now, but I was watching one channel where up until recently he was a miniature painter and he used to use rattle cans. He didn't have an airbrush or anything like that. And he said he'd just build stuff through the year, but then he'd make sure that where he lived in the US became like a winter wasteland around about November. He said, so I can't do anything outdoors at that point. So I make sure that in the winter months, I'm away indoors, toasty building stuff and then painting stuff. And in the summer, I can get all the stuff I've not painted that just needs priming and stuff, get all that done in one go.
Yeah.
While it's not a hellish winter wasteland.
Makes a difference, mate.
And I must admit as well, how often now I actually rattle can primer things, or just use a coloured primer from a rattle can instead of getting the airbrush out, because partly laziness, but partly airbrushing is just a faff.
Yeah.
When I just want to get a coat of primer on it, I'll just take it outside and rattle can it.
Marcy says you could also get a HEPA filter. Yeah, that's it. Things like that, Marcy. You can get little bench vents and things like that. So there are ways of doing it.
Yeah. There are ways to get it all filtered out. It'll never be perfect, but it'll work. But yeah, it's a tricky one. There's somebody in the house with respiratory sensitivities. It's a question of something has to give, maybe, and it's probably airbrushing.
Yeah.
If there's no way to, really screen it.
Yeah, I mean, during the summer, I spray painted and rattle canned all of my Warhammer and Cromlech stuff because it was like, why not use the summer months for that? And in the winter, I could just sit here, brush paint, buildy, job done. Yeah,
I've got tons of stuff in me things to do boxes of stuff that's been primered.
Yeah,
and needs painting. That was all done in the nice months. The funny thing is that you can still do your rattle canning in the winter when it's cold and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of it, if you keep your can of whatever it is in a warm bucket of warm water and stay indoors and then just run outside, spray, run back inside, put it back in the hot water and just do it in quick bursts like that, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
It's more damp. You want to avoid damp and high humidity wetness in the winter because that's...
otherwise all your paints are going to go funny.
Yeah, I mean, I've done things like literally had the can in the bucket, run outside, run back inside with the model, and it's been drying indoors. It's just outside. I'm spraying it. I've done Humbrol 47 rattle can varnish. Humbrol 49, I mean.
Yeah, that's potent, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's quite hardy. You go outside when it's cold and damp, and it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I've got some of that up
Quite
there.
hardy. Yes. One of my favourite rattle can varnishes. Oh, one of my favourite varnishes. It's never let me down.
Yeah, it's like my 2K, and I don't do it in the house. I do it in the shed because so I'll just go out there, set up the other booth out there, do the 2K out there. But this time of year, you can't leave a 2K paint, a 2K lacquer job out there because of the cold nights. So I choose not to do 2K paint in the winter because.
Yeah. I mean, that's full on lacquer stuff, isn't it? So you've got to be careful with that anyway.
Yeah.
It's the same, really, if you've got animals or, kids and animals in the house. Everybody's got that same issue, I suppose. Especially animals, because they can be even more sensitive to, those kind of things. People seem to forget if you've got pets, you need to really keep them away from your modelling room. If it's a cat, because it'll destroy everything on the workbench, just because it's a pain. Yeah. Nearly said a rude word then.
You did. I'm impressed.
I did, yes. Because you know what cats are like. But also because they don't know. They'll just walk in and
exactly.
get a lung full of horrendous nastiness.
Well, I have it with the aquarium. I've got an aquarium next to me. So the last thing I want to do is nuclear the fish because...
Yeah, because they can't tell you when they're suffering.
Yeah, so it's like, bless them. Get a bit of that on fish.
There. Fish are cool.
Fish are fun. Very tranquil. Very calming.
You're a fish.
I'm made of fish.
Ooh. All your fish belong to us.
Yeah. It's nice to look
up.
What
does the fish say?
Exactly.
That's what the fish says. Right, so I'm just putting a couple of coats of normal oil on the silver parts, like things like the silver bits, the gun barrels, the whip antenna, which isn't really a whip because it's like a steel rod. Some of the tools. Any of the silver bits are getting a couple of coats of normal oil. I'm doing one coat of normal on the green interior for the tank parts. I'll probably do 3 or 4 coats of normal oil on the heavy stubber because this is where I'm going for a gunmetal look. Not really gunmetal, but like a blued look. And I found that some what is it now? I've forgotten what the colour is now. Dark Reaper with 3 or 4 coats of normal oil, and then a very careful dry brush with like a silver colour. Very careful. It's not realistic, but it creates a really nice sort of blued gunmetal effect.
Yeah, gives you a faux effect. See what I did?
Yeah. It, rather than just painting them silver and then a black wash, which is canon to the Warhammer world, but I've still never found a decent way to do gunmetal, realistically. But this, I like this way. It's kind of gentle and pleasant. Right. And usually about 3 or 4 coats of normal on things like rubber tyres and things, just... And I'll tell you what, if you've got a vehicle with like a rubber trim around the windscreen and you have a nightmare trying to figure out how to paint that, because you're going to have to mask it off and spray it with just try normal oil. I did it on the transit van. It sticks to the edges because the surface tension keeps it in place. And it just goes where you put it, and it looks like rubber after 5 or 6 coats. Great. Mama Wolf is watching something on Facebook, and it's got Christmas music, and that's really annoying.
Oh dear, it's not Christmas till Noddy Older says it is.
Yeah, I can hear Deck the Halls coming off from Mum's iPad.
Oh dear.
Yes. It's probably a video about cats. They're always about cats. Whenever I go in, there's always a cat video.
Bless her.
There's a trend at the minute, right, and I don't understand it. It really aggravates me because these people make money, right? You know, these like video trends that you get, and they're like, "Wow, how do people watch this?" The trend is, right, you have a video of somebody sat there with a big microphone pop stopper in front of them, so you can't see their mouth.
Yeah.
All you can see is their eyes. And it is video that took the mouth's moving.
Yeah.
And then that's like 10 minutes long of just that. And then what they have over the top is they have one of the automated sort of artificial AI voices reading Reddit posts.
Yeah, what's that all about? Yeah.
It's like, why? Who actually believes for 1 minute that it's actually this person reading out? Because it's not.
YouTube watch videos as well.
Oh, reaction videos. Ugh.
Yeah, this is me sitting here watching someone else's video. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Now, if anyone ever did a reaction video of my stuff, I'd be chasing them to get it pulled, because it's like, I'm sorry, you're not making money off my video. Yeah, how about no?
Free advertising.
Yeah, but it's also they're making money on my content by just looking at it. They're basically they're monetizing my videos. It's like, no.
Forever the pound note there. Good man.
Well, no. It's like anything. You put all the work in, they're making the money off it. Yeah, no. No.
Oh, don't ever change.
Well, especially if they've got like 1 million subscribers. It's my video. No. I'll bear that, thank you.
See, I've set him off now. This is Fox's shrinkflation. You want to get Fox going, just talk about money and pound notes, and he'll react.
It's not about money. It's about content theft. It's copyright.
I know how copyright works, dear.
I know.
I'm not done.
I know. It's like, no. I agree with these reaction videos, especially when they're like low effort reaction videos. They're just sitting there like eating a pack of crisps.
Restoration videos. That's another one.
Oh.
That's another one that drives me nuts. I restored this thing that wasn't made when I'm saying it was made. Yeah.
Yeah. This toy car's been in the ground for 20 years and I've fixed it. Oh, look, it's a LaFerrari that came out 5 years ago. What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a car that was released last year.
Yeah, you do have to laugh.
Yeah. Because, you know, they show you this, like, toy car, and it's like, it looks like it's been buried for 150 years because it's 100% made of crusted rust. And it's like, you'd have to bury that in the sea for a decade to make it look like that. Come on.
Does make you laugh, doesn't it?
I wouldn't mind, but when they finish them, they have the worst paint jobs ever. They're always really bad painters as well.
Have you ever seen the guy that repairs the acoustic guitar with noodles?
I've seen the guy filling a ding on a panel on a car with noodles, but not the guitar one.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
It worked, I suppose, if you can seal it in something. And
yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, what was it? It was, there was a hole in a car panel that I saw, and they were literally packed it full of resin and noodles and then repainted the car, and you couldn't tell.
No.
Instead of using filler or lead, noodles. There you go, ramen.
There was one good one I watched, which was a sheet metal guy in Cuba. Yeah. And there was a 1950s car, and he'd done it proper old school, you know, out with the flat bit of steel and a couple of dolly hammers, and off he went. Yeah. And he got all the louvers in there and everything. It was spectacular work.
That's proper craftsmanship, that.
Yeah, and I was like, I could watch that all day long because, that's proper man and tools stuff, isn't it, you know?
Yeah.
Or woman and tools, you know, just to keep it there.
Yeah, that's proper craftsmanship type stuff. We like
Craftsman.
Craftsman.
So we got inner panels. We got outer panels. So we might as well have a look.
Yeah, your panels here. How many for £1?
3. 3 for £1.
3 for £1. Right, I shall let that null dry for a minute.
Get all of those off. And I reckon this might.
On my stub. I've got to paint my stubber thing, haven't I?
Yeah, this might be doable, you know. So
I've got to paint my ends.
Oh, you're going to paint your end, are you, dear?
I've got to paint my ends, yeah.
Let's get them smoothed. What's going on in the chat? Retro Rabbit says, Belly, wood-fried New York style pepperoni pizza. Nice. Ooh. Bench is a huge mess as a shelf with all my minis and bits tipped over. Oh, no, sorry to hear that. He says, I am so overwhelmed by the mess, I can't start cleaning. And he'd had some Dr. Pepper. Marcy says to you, you should make sure every video isn't able to be sampled. There you go. We're getting YouTube tips there, mate.
Aye. I think I've got them set so people can... There's a thing you can do where people can use clips of them and stuff, but it automatically gives you a credit in the credits. And that's the thing YouTube gives. I don't mind that so much. But yeah, if it was the whole video, you get a copyright thing. If somebody... It says, this has matched your content, and you can either approve it or deny it.
Yeah.
Like when we do a video for eModels and it goes on our channel as well.
Yeah, we get an archive notification, don't we?
Yeah, we get a thing saying, "Oh, your content's appeared here." It's like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Got to be so careful.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's a tricky thing because at the same time, there are people that do videos. If the person using your content is doing a full commentary while it's like stopping, like you play a bit, stop, discuss it, stop a bit, play a bit, stop, then that's fine, because that the American law comes under fair use, because that's like using it for discussion and everything else. But when it's
purposes.
But when it's some YouTube chud with 6 million subscribers and they're sitting there picking their nose and reading a book while it's playing, they're just making money off having your content playing on their channel. It's low effort content theft, not like that.
It's a weird phenomenon, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
in a way, you can't fault them for taking advantage of people's stupidity to actually watch that stuff. If they've got 6 million subscribers who like watching it, then they're not going to ignore that. But
they've got 6 million subscribers. They must be doing something right.
Yeah, but you then have to feel sorry. You have to feel bad about the state of humanity that people actually watch that. And it's like, really, wow.
Yeah, but you'll be amazed what people watch on YouTube, mate.
Yeah, it's terrifying, isn't it?
Shopping videos, that seems to be a thing. This is what I bought when I was shopping. It's like, okay.
I know, why? And they're not even, I've seen some of them, and they're not even talking about like the best places to get good deals. They're just saying, here's what I bought.
Yeah. That's weird. I find it strange.
Yeah. I've never understood mukbang videos.
Yeah.
Mukbang videos is a Korean thing, I think, and it's basically just somebody eating.
Yeah.
Usually an attractive woman eating.
Yeah.
And usually eating a lot. And it's just literally that's it.
Yeah.
I assume it's some kind of fetish of some sort, but it's very weird. I don't quite understand that. I'm like, what?
Nothing as strange as folk, mate.
No, it's like, explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, because I really don't get that. I'm just painting some wooden hand grips on my heavy stubber, so I'm doing a basic...
Oh, there was one I saw where someone had had a delivery from Amazon. And basically, this is what I'd bought, and it's them opening their Amazon box just to show you what's in it. And it's like, 1,500 views in about an hour. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, unboxing videos, that's a weird one, because if it's a product that people are really looking forward to, like the latest console or whatever it is.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't get, I bought a box of toilet cleaner from Amazon. Let's show what it looks. I don't get that, because that's just,
And I can't stand these things where all these YouTubers that make millions of pounds on rubbish content, like reaction videos, then make, like, not only are people stupid enough to watch their content, they then watch the content of the YouTuber saying, look at the new Ferrari I bought and look at my new mansion. And it's like showing off all their bling that they've bought with the money that people are giving them because they're stupid, or, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's what your stupidity's bought me. Ha, 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 ha. And it's like, I just...
Yeah, it proper gives you a bottom lip, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah, because it's like, I hate social media.
Yeah, social media has got its own little unique niche in it.
Yeah, and it's called hell. I don't know, we're just old.
I think we're officially old, miserable gits, mate.
Yeah.
I've come to that conclusion because we both like a good wibble.
Oh, of course, yes.
My wibbleometer lately is in epic mode, but...
Overdrive. I mean, call me old, but if somebody's going to be good enough to give me money to keep my channel alive, then I'd like to, return that with entertainment, not just reacting, or rather not reacting. Some of them are really bad. Like, I've seen reaction videos where a guy's been watching it and then just got up, walked off and gone to the loo for 15 minutes while the video still plays. It's like, really?
He's off.
A pox on all your houses, sir. That's what I say.
Yeah.
A pox, I say. A pox.
That just drives you nuts, doesn't it? It's just like, why is this a thing? But each to their own, I suppose, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I suppose to quote the famous, there's a sucker born every minute.
Yeah, let's sit here rolling a fag, coughing and hawking all over the place. It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Are people watching?
That's what I'm saying. So in one way, you can't fault them for making the most of stupid people who will watch drivel.
Well, yeah.
It's frustrating.
It's the daytime TV crowd. That's what it is.
Buh.
The Jeremy Kyle Brigade, as we used to call them.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah.
I can take pride in that, as mercenary as I may be, and indeed, Colin, how mercenary am I? I am all the mercenary.
Oh, you take it to a whole new level, mate, honestly.
Yeah. As mercenary as I may be, I would never lower myself to that kind of level of drivel.
Yeah.
To make money. There's easy money to be made with drivel, but you know what? I couldn't live with myself.
No.
By making that sort of rubbish. I'd be like, no, it's...
We went through
I
a
need to make
stage, didn't we, where we would send each other links to absolutely pointless YouTube content.
Yeah. Ugh.
And then we'd sit there going, why are we wasting our time putting all this effort into our video editing when you got this chud going, look at me, I found a slipper. It's like, and... But people, you know, it's just weird. It's mad.
Here is my video filmed on a 1985 webcam and a rubbish microphone, and I'm going to hold the camera like this, and 10 million views. What? No. Just,
He's off. He's off.
I did my first tank video, part 1. Thank you, like and subscribe. Yes, don't get me started. Too late, you got me started.
Yeah, this is how it starts, folks. My
No,
work
it's
is
already
complete.
started. It has already started.
So we can get all of those and we can get the arches
I
on.
got the shade. I got...
What's going on in the chat? Marcy says no one else should be able to use the content that isn't theirs, especially if it's from a monetised channel. They try to dump it into fair use when really it isn't exactly that, Marcy. Yeah.
I mean, if someone was going through all my videos and dissecting it and discussing it and analysing it, that's fine, because that's transformative or educational. But no, she's right.
Ross is in the chat saying hello. Hello, Ross.
Hello,
How
Ross.
you doing, mate? Everyone's saying hello to each other there. Retro Rabbit is in saying hello.
Hey,
hello,
Rabbit.
geez. How you doing?
Hello, buddy.
Dream Builder says hi, guys, in chat. Checking in. Hello, Daniel. How you doing, mate?
Hello, my friend. Right, I should be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. You go and do what you got to do, mate. I am looking for my wheel arches. I might as well have a go at doing it this way. I've got a feeling it might work. It's going a little bit off-piste with the instructions, but I just want to see whether or not my theory comes together. There could be a total reason why they have it in sections like they do that I'm about to discover, but I don't mind. Improvise, adapt, and overcome is my mantra, and that's what I'm going to do, folks. Marcy's off to pick up a lad. Absolutely. She's going to go shopping. I will see you later. You take care, Marcy. Have a good one. Yeah. There you go. So we'll get all of that off of there. Trying, he says, not to amputate his own finger because, yeah, I did have the scalpel blade out there, folks. And, yeah, it normally doesn't go well for me when I do that. So let's just get a corner of that in there with my clumsy, extremely gorilla-style hands. Yeah. What else is going on? Glyn Kilgore, how can you guys be miserable when you have us? Hey, hey. Absolutely. We are old farts, Glyn. Statler and Waldorf. We like to have a bit of a Wibblekins. We see things that drive us nuts, and then one of us will pick or mention something that sets the other one off, mate. Mine is shrinkflation, where people put the price up of a piece of food, but they actually then remove content as well. I get the ump with that because, yeah, I don't like being ripped off. Right, we got a mud guard going on again. Just getting rid of nubs off the edges and things like that. But there will be a bit of rust and detritus going on this as well. I want it to look beaten up. So it's gone through the war. but it's now been used in Civvy Street almost. So I want it to kind of look a little bit downtrodden, and it's a workhorse at the end of the day, isn't it? But I'm going to do it with all the doors open, you know, so you can see inside what's in the back of it and all of that lot. So just gives it a bit of interest, doesn't it? Right, we got that on that side. Yeah, happy days. The A2 goes up in there like that. See? That's all we're doing.
I'm back.
He's back, folks. He's back. There you go.
Right. Now it's time for some Agrax Earthshade.
Cool. So we've
Don't
got
lick the brush, don't lick the brush.
got the liner going in there, so we'll have that.
Ooh. How is your little thing going? How's the build so far?
All right, mate. Going all right, mate.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll show you in a second when I finish gluing this panel on, because I want to locate it.
I can't remember
Yeah.
if I've done a mini art kit.
Yeah, you have. You did the little
I did.
staff car thing, didn't you? Oh, no, that was ICM.
Yeah, I was trying to think if it was ICM. I mean, it was ICM, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was ICM, yeah.
In that case, I don't think I have.
Yeah, they are fun.
I
Is
must do it
that,
at
is that
some point.
another kit you want to do now? Because you want to do a tank as well, didn't you? So
No, I don't do that. No, I just can't remember if I'd done a mini art kit before. I was struggling to remember what that kind of radio staff car thing was.
yeah, it was ICM, mate.
ICM.
That was when eModels started stocking ICM kits, mate. Right, so we got that.
Got some of the new Agrax Earthshade here, and it seems very thick.
Yeah, they changed the what's the word? Viscosity. Viscosity, he said.
Ooh, I'm going for the old stuff. I've got an old bottle of it. I'll stick for that for now.
Yeah, I actually may have put a little bit of Lamia in with my new bottle just to make it the consistency of the old one, because
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the new recipe. So
I've only got minimal use for it put here, but I shall use the old one because it'll make my gold. Do I want? Yeah, I'm going to use Agrax Earthshade for my gold rather than Reikland Fleshshade, because I want like a
nice bit of gold.
gold. Well, I don't necessarily want a warm gold because it's a Baneblade and it's old. It's old, so I want a sort of dirty gold, perhaps.
So it's old gold.
Old gold.
Oh, I've got a bit of flourish under there, so let's get all
So
that
I'll use
out of
Agrax. Normally you'd use something like Reikland Fleshshade or Seraphim Sepia, but
Yeah.
I shall use Agrax.
Yeah, we like a bit of Agrax.
Just don't lick your brush.
Yeah, but you're a born out and out brush licker anyway, ain't you?
I am. I proudly fly the flag for Camp Brush Licker.
Yeah, it's never
Never met a
been
brush.
something I've done, to be honest with you. I'm not a brush licker myself.
Never met a brush that I didn't lick.
Get rid of all of that off of there. Yeah, it's a nice little easy build, this, to be quite honest with you. I'm just, like I say, I'm going to assemble the whole body shell as its own unit, because why not?
Yeah. If you can do it, do it.
Yeah, because even if there are bits that, how can we say, have to be persuasion fitted, that's not a problem. It will
I found that with that.
comply.
I found that with the ICM staff quite. It wasn't a complicated bit. I'd built it in a day.
Yeah.
It was nice and detailed, but it was very straightforward to build. As a non-builder, as a painter, not a builder, I quite enjoyed it because it was no hassle.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So it's got a pair of them in there. Happy days. And we got that in there.
So get them quizzes done.
Let's get a bit of that going.
A little bit of that.
And a little bit of that.
I shall do some Agrax on some of the engine parts to make them look rusty and oily.
Oh, you like a bit of Agrax, don't you?
Yeah. Well, some silver things you can use normal oil and then bring it back later and it looks like worn metal. But if you do a bit of Agrax as well, it just gives it that slightly oxidized look.
Yeah.
Just gives it a hint of warmness rather than just being a cold metal, especially on an oil, on an engine.
Yeah.
I'll do oil and stuff later on it, but on an engine bay, you want brown as well as shadowing. You don't just want black. heapings of agrex on the
something
thing
like
there.
that. Happy days.
Bit like that.
Not like that. Like that.
Yes, and I've still got loads to do on the temple at the back. I don't know if it's called a temple, but you called it a temple, and it seems like a fitting. Or did you call it a shrine? You called it a shrine, didn't you?
I called it a shrine, yeah.
Yeah, shrine's a good word. I like that word. That's a good name for it.
Yeah, I just called it a shrine. Don't know why. It's just like looks like a shrine.
It seemed appropriate. Yeah. Well, it's the thing for the machine spirit, where the tech priests will do all their prayers and incantations to make the machine actually work.
Yeah.
Because it's how Warhammer does in Imperium. It's hard to explain. If your vehicle breaks down, you don't hit it with a hammer. You offer prayers to the Omnissiah, and you do the relevant incantations, and it works again. It's very strange.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yep. Hey.
Oh,
Gold on that.
happy days. Timber says, there's a lot of rubbish content out there, but also lots of good hobby or model-related content. The hobby seems huge to me. It really has taken off, mate.
Yep. There were a few modelling channels that I used to like and follow, and they just became really kind of like, they just turned into the YouTube trash type with, the stupid zooming in all the time and excessive reaction. I was like, yeah, I'm not watching you anymore.
Well, a lot of them jump on that. How can we get more views than that channel bandwagon? And it's like, just be you is my mantra.
Yep. They try to be YouTubers rather than, which, we're not exactly making a fortune doing our stuff, but at the end of the day, we're having fun.
Yeah, but at least it's organic growth and it's genuine growth, so I see it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd rather my channel grow at the rate it is, and it be honest. Because our standing joke is people that buy subscribers. That makes us giggle. That is something that always makes or raises a giggle.
Oh, yeah, because you spend all that money buying subscribers and YouTube just gets rid of them after about 6 months because they just spot them a mile away.
It's like, it is funny. The lengths people go to try to outdo each other.
It's a bit like hiring someone to be your date at an event. So it's pointless. I like to compare it. I prefer content. I prefer YouTube content to be like a BBC documentary, not a National Geographic documentary.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh no, let's get that. No, that's not. I prefer my content to be more like a BBC documentary than a Discovery Channel documentary.
Yeah.
Because one is terrible and one is actually quality.
Yeah, we've all seen some bizarre things over the years in the hobby.
Yeah.
Just when we think nothing is going to surprise us.
Yeah. It's one thing I can promise I'll never do is flashy rubbish, because it's not genuine.
No. Or you'll get your latest buzz thing and everyone wants to jump on that bandwagon, don't they? And it's like, it's been done to death now. Think of something original.
Yeah, that's why I don't do my stupid reaction face on thumbnails, because I'm not doing that. Sorry. I know it's really good and it gets you views, but I'm not.
No, I did a couple as a tongue-in-cheek dig at someone, and it was,
Yeah.
And they knew. They was like, you've made your point. It's like,
It's like when people say to me, what do you do? And it's like, I could just say I'm a YouTuber, but I don't like the implication of what I'm a YouTuber actually means.
No. Do you know what I say?
And
you're going to love this. You are going to love this. This is a little treat for you.
Mm-hmm.
When someone says, what do you do? I go, I am an independent broadcaster.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
You can nick that.
Hmm.
Isn't it?
I think
you've got to admit, it's good, isn't it?
I like that. That is good.
Yeah.
I mean, I normally kind of say I'm a model maker and I do YouTube.
Yeah. No.
I think at the most I might say I'm a YouTube creator. I wouldn't say I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I like that though.
It is good, isn't it? So you're proud of me now, aren't you? I can tell. Yeah. Independent broadcaster.
Broadcaster and entertainer. No, don't say entertainer. That sounds like you do like magic acts and stuff.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound good at all.
Independent broadcaster always goes down well, that one.
Oh yeah.
I was at the diabetic clinic. I went armed with stickers and postcards because why not?
Yeah. Hey, you've put them up in your local hospital or behind all the monitors, so.
So, anyone that stays in Basingstoke Hospital, if they're in the surgical ward, and the same goes for the Hampshire clinic, just look up underneath where the monitor wires and that are going in the trunking, and you will see Festa 67's workshop proudly displayed under there. Because why not? Glenn Kilgore even has personally stopped watching a lot of model-related channels and just stick to a small handful. Yours been my favourite. Oh, thanks, mate. That's nice of you. I found it started getting a bit fickle and nasty and all of that lot, where people were trying to outdo each other, and I don't deal with all of that because my philosophy is there's enough tragedy and angst in real life. Let's just all get along. I am a bit of an old hippie, folks, and I have that just peace out mantra, and and that's all I want to do. I just want to come in, build my models and chill down and have a laugh whilst I'm doing it, because sometimes people don't necessarily want to have a serious, you've got to do this in the correct orderly manner. They just want to sit there and they've had a crummy day at work and they just want to chill down and have a bit of a goon around with their mates. And that's where I try to just make my streams fun. I'm not saying the way I build a model is the only way to do it. As I often say, I know nothing about anything about nothing. I just like to sit here. I treat my audience as if I was in the pub with me mates, me best friends, and we just chill out and hang around. It works for me. It's not for everyone. Everyone does their shows their way. Good luck to them. I'm 5.5. I'm a child. I am a man-child. I do stupid stuff, silly things, but I'm having fun, and that's all I want to do. So, and again, you all come back and watch, so I'm obviously doing something right. So, yeah. So we're beginning to get this body shell assembled. So I am trying to do all of the body shell as one unit.
Well said, all that.
Yeah. So that's all I do. I just try to have fun and goon about.
Yeah, I say, what I'm going to show you is not, it's not the way you should do it. It's not even necessarily the best way to do it. It's just the way I do it. Yeah.
Exactly. Works for me.
Yeah.
Because you've got to have a laugh, ain't you, at the end of the day?
There's no point being serious about this.
Good God. I mean, look at it this way, right? We are middle-aged men and women sitting here building plastic models. Now, it's not global peacekeeping policy or anything like that. We are just chilling down and having a giggle.
I'm a 53-year-old man painting toy soldiers. I have no grounds to claim seriousness on any of it. I don't discuss serious stuff because that's not what my channel's about.
No.
I wouldn't go to a fishing channel to discuss quantum mechanics, and I wouldn't go to my channel to discuss anything serious.
Good God, no. You're not going to get out of my channel. It's like, let's talk about Bagpuss. Because,
Ooh, Bagpuss, you say?
Yeah, Bagpuss.
I've decided to paint the cable that I installed onto my heavy stubber red, and I don't know why.
I had a great comment from someone from the US, and they tuned into the show the other Sunday, where chaos ensued pretty much straight away because I had the mischiefs. This guy sent me a wonderful message. He said, mate, He said, there was I thinking, oh, go watch that. They look like they know what they're doing. He said, you lot are nuts. He said, I've not laughed that much. He said, and I'm currently going through chemo. He said, so
nice.
I've had a bit of a smelly week at the best of it. He said, I thought, I'll go watch a bit of serious modelling. He said, but I've not laughed like that for a long time. He said, so thank you. Nice. He said, for making my day. He said, not just from me. He said, but also from me wife. He said, because she said it was nice to hear me laugh like that again. He said, so you've earned a subscriber. He said, I will be back.
Oh, that's nice.
That's for me. That you can't get better feedback than that.
Well, that's the only validation you need. Well, for the stuff we do, there's only two things that I need in return.
Yeah.
I'd class as success, and that is A, I've taught someone something.
Yeah.
And they've said, I did what you suggested and it came out really well, and now I know how to do it. Brilliant, thanks. You learned something. Or somebody said they enjoyed it and had fun.
Yeah. Because, Foxx will back me up on this. I am a nervous wreck. I worry about everything. And, I have this huge self-confidence barrier that I put in front of myself. Hence why after 7 years, I've only recently just started doing solo streams. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I do have that self-confidence thing. So when you get a nice bit of feedback like that, it really does give you, it gives me a lift, certainly, because it makes you realise that, perhaps you're not too bad at this after all.
Yeah, it's validation. And it's like I've said to you before, because, you've always said that you've been nervous and uncomfortable and, and I've always said to you, and I've said to other people, at the end of the day, nobody's born being a natural, presenter of it. I say presenter like it's a television thing. I'm not trying to make out that we're anything important.
Independent broadcaster, please.
Yeah, independent broadcasting personality. But it's a good way to say we're presenters. We present stuff, and not everybody can do it naturally.
No.
I don't know if I'm any good, and I would never presume to say that I am. But I think I kind of take to it naturally. In that, I'm not saying that I'm any good, but I don't get nervous, and I kind of enjoy it, and I have fun. And
old classic stage fright. I own 5 guitars, but no one will ever hear me play them because I haven't got that self-confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't get up on stage and do something.
No, I couldn't do that.
Like being a video presenter or a host, I'm not saying I'm good, and I'm not saying I'm natural, but I've never been uncomfortable doing it. I'm always quite happy to sit there and I can quite happily sit and talk to myself on camera. That's fine. But, you're different.
I wing it.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people can do it naturally, some people can't.
Yeah, but it's like I said to you before, with me, I hate the sound of my voice. So straight away, that's a barrier. And dare I say it, I often think, well, why would people want to see what I'm doing when there's far more talented people out there? And that's just me, because as most modelers know, we never say how good we are, because the minute you do that, that makes you a bit of a spoon, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
A bit of a pretentious spawn.
Yeah. So we all have that thing of we don't see our place in the hobby, don't we? So with me, it just eats at my confidence.
I mean, I think for me, like I said, I'm not saying I'm good. I could be absolutely not.
There you are.
Rubbish.
You're hoping that the chat do.
No, I don't want that at all. But what I'm saying, I'm not saying I'm a good presenter. I'm just saying, if I hadn't done 4 or 5 years of videos before I did my first live stream, I don't know what I would have been like. But because I've always done my videos as if I'm sitting at the bench with the person watching, one person, and I'm talking to them as if they're right next to me, then when I did my first live stream, I just did exactly the same. I just thought, pretend the person's next to me.
Yeah, that's what I've said to you before. What I do, I do all my videos as if I've got one of my lads next to me and they've never built a model.
Yeah, and then you're not talking to the camera. You're not talking to anything else.
Yeah.
And I think because I was used to doing that, then when I did my first live stream, I was kind of, I say not natural, but I was comfortable. And I think I'm a comfortable presenter. I don't like. Well, it's tricky. When it's my stuff, I'm quite happy. When I'm doing the eModels show, I'm more nervous because it's not my channel. But for my stuff,
Yeah, that is funny because he's exactly like I am when it comes to the eModels shows. It is funny. You get all nervous and flustery, don't you?
Yeah, which is why I was like, I don't want to host it. I don't know why. Like,
I'm always physically sick before every live stream.
Yeah.
Always. Perfectly normal for me. You know, it's just part of my routine. And it's crazy.
I couldn't stand up in a meeting room and give a presentation because I'd be absolutely pooping kittens. I hate doing that.
Yeah.
But presenting a video, absolutely. No problem.
So, yeah, we all have our little, is it foibles? But, yeah.
Foibles.
Yeah. So, yeah, we all have a bit of that going on. We've all got our unique little things and, yeah.
Yeah. I think deep down, I'd love to be an actual presenter. Like you watch a documentary and there's like a presenter, like, you know, you might watch an archaeology program with such and such who's hosting it, and it's the, you know, or a science program, or you know, you're doing that. You're sitting on a rock talking to the camera about something. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Although I'd have to have a bit in my contract, because the only bit that would fill me with dread is the bit that where the presenter's walking down a street.
Yeah.
With public all around them, and they're talking to camera, but the camera's like half a mile away up on top of a building.
Oh, right.
And when the camera pulls back, you've got the presenter stood in the middle of Trafalgar Square or something talking to themselves, and nobody knows there's a camera. I wouldn't do that.
No.
I was watching something, Tony Robinson was doing that, and he's talking, he pulls back and he stood in the middle of Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, and everyone's like, looking at him like, look at that nutter.
The camera's like half a mile away, 200 foot up in the air, and he's like, why is the guy talking to himself?
Yeah.
People walking past going, that bloke's a nutter.
Yeah, oi, nutter.
I've painted my cable on me heavy stubber red. It's not in focus, but it wraps round. It's physically wraps round the pintle because it's to support it and stop it falling off because it's not a very good joint. But I've got an extra thread of it coming out to suggest it's like electrical cabling. And I thought if I do it red, it'll stand out. And I don't know. Yeah, hopefully when the wash goes over it,
you don't want your pintle coming off, do you, mate?
You don't want a wobbly pintle. Nothing worse than a wobbly pintle, mate, trust me.
Now, I'm deliberately not gluing this roof at the moment because I've got all my planks and everything to go in there. But I want the roof held in place with the rubber bands because I want to line up the cab and the bottom half of the body shell. So bear in mind, this isn't glued because I want to get in and detail all the innards in there.
How glued?
But it's a perfect way of lining up the body shell, how I want to build it, because I can then take the roof off when all the glue's dried. But for the moment, that's what I'm up to. So this lets me, as you see now, see that cab is just popped straight in there, and I know that's perfectly aligned.
And I suppose as well, if you look at the actual the artwork on the box, I'm assuming that they've been very clever in that all the joints for the different parts are actually kind of where you get normal panels anyway.
Yeah, that's where a body seam would be along there. So,
and if you get a bit of a gap, it doesn't matter because it's a little truck built in the 1930s of very low quality. So
you
have a bit of gap here and there, it's perfectly normal. So cool.
But yeah, it just lets me go round and deal with everything without having to worry about it's not fitting. So my plan is coming along nicely. I formulated a plan, dear.
Are you telling me that you had a plan and that you planned it with planning?
Yeah, could you sit there, right? Next time you see H, he had an idea and it worked. Just saying.
Listen, you already know that there's something brewing. Do you really want to add to the potential for catastrophic consequences?
Yeah, you've made a valid point.
You already know that you've been good.
I'm the only bloke in the world where when someone says I've been good, I actually think I've got to do something bad now because I'm not used to being good.
I think you're the only person in the world that when you've been told you do something good, you suddenly get uncontrollably nervous and worried.
Oh, yeah, I'm bricking it, mate. I'll be honest. I am a big girl.
To quote I, Claudius, it's like saying, I've been recalled to Rome, which means, I'm going to get killed.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like, I've got someone walking in front of me with a bell going, shame.
Yeah. It's like when Caligula tells you that you're perfectly safe, you know you're not perfectly safe.
Yeah, so...
It's that kind of scenario.
I am absolutely petrified, mate.
Because, it's not... For those that don't know, for Colin to be told there's nothing wrong by his missus,
Means I've done something.
Yeah, it means everything's wrong. But the fact she said that for 2 weeks now means that she's coming up with some serious consequences that you haven't thought about yet.
I've been racking my brains trying to think what it is I may have done.
Yeah.
I've asked me boy, I've asked Cal to ask her. It's like, ask your mum this. I've even rung her sister. I said, here, what's going on?
What have I done?
Yeah, what have I done?
She
said started giggling as well. It was like, yeah, they're in it together.
I reckon there is another possibility that we haven't considered, of course.
Yeah.
And that is that you've done absolutely nothing wrong and you have actually been good, but that she knows you'll get worried about it and she's just messing with your chi, basically.
I think she is. I think she's messing with me.
Oh, knocking the camera. Yeah. She knows how it works.
There you go, folks. See, it's beginning to take shape. See, so it can be done. You can build the body shell. And literally the thing with this is the joint is literally just that tiny little seal. So once I pop the roof off, the only thing holding this cab is going to be that. So I want it to really bond before I then...
And that's a natural shut line anyway, isn't it?
Natural shut line. So I can dry fit a door just to make sure I've got my door alignment.
You won't have to do any filling?
Won't have to do no filling. But it
as the sun goes?
Yeah, it lets me now put that on a big old gripper and I can prime and do all the body shell quite happily. So have a go, folks, when you build yours. It says here, literally every page, do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And I just thought, nah, sod it. I wanna get everything together in one hit.
Would you ever do the tiny fix with CA glue to temporarily fix stuff?
But I tend to use what's his name, the crystal clear, the canopy glue to put a little dab in, But with that, I've got the world's largest bag of multicolored, different size rubbers, rubber bands even. Steady there,
careful now.
That help me out. But something like this where I know that this has got sagability, I need it under tension. Yeah. Other than that, if it was something like on a Baneblade or like my Sherman, I have a little bit of canopy glue holding bits in place that I know I'm going to pop off later on.
Pop them off.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, cool. My plan is working. I know.
I'm not used to you doing this planning thing. It's very scary.
I'm getting really worried,
You should be really worried.
What have we got going on in the chat? Let's have a look. Jeff Light says, independent broadcaster. I love it. It's brilliant, isn't it, mate? Reese is in. He says, Carl, how are you, me old chisel? I'm all right, me old chilblain. How you doing, geese?
Hello.
He says hello. He says hello, Fox. Everyone's said hello to Reese.
Hello, Reese.
Jeff Light says exactly, hello. Fox. It's how you do it. If we pick up a few tips on the way, all the better. Timber says to you, you got me into this. I'll be the Viper build. I first came across Fox. He was chipping a Gundam foot. And I was laid in hospital in an halo because I had damaged my neck and was waiting for the artificial joints to be put in. So I had to wear a plaster cast chest thing with these rods and an halo around me canister. And I was bored rigid, and my missus, she just, you got to do something. And when I got home, I started watching a bit of YouTube and came across Fox, and it was Tony that put me onto him because Helen had bought me the Rossi bike to shut me up.
Yep.
And got me into the hobby. She said, because you need to be doing something because you're going to be in that thing. Wow.
And you discovered Captain Jazz Hands.
I came across this jazz hand bloke and I thought,
somebody called me once.
Yeah, he's someone that talks more than I do. Bloody hell. There is, that is possible. So
the funny thing is, right, you were saying about you didn't like the sound of your own voice and stuff.
Yeah.
I was the same until I started doing videos. And then I was like, it's not that bad.
I owe Tony Fairclough a huge favour because he sent me a lovely message one day. And I'd put a video, because early doors, my videos were filmed with a GoPro on a tea tray on my bed because I was laid up. And he said to me, I love what you do. Because do you remember he showed you all them wood panels that I hand painted and all of that?
Oh, yeah.
And he said, the only thing, he said, I would say, don't try and disguise your accent, mate. It's what makes you you. And that's the best bit of advice I've ever been given, because I was trying to disguise my voice. He said, mate, it's what makes you you.
Yeah.
Because originally I wasn't going to do no audio or face-to-cam stuff ever. It was going to be hands on the bench music videos, because I couldn't bear my own voice.
Yeah, and they would have died a death.
Yeah, Tony kept on and on and on at me about it, because I used to send him videos on the phone, but I had no audio. And he said, can I ask you a really personal question? Because Tony's in the health service.
Yeah.
And he said, I know you're deaf. He said, are you mute as well? And I went, no, I can talk. He said, why is it you never send any audio? I said, because I don't like my voice, because everyone mocks me. God blimey, governor, all of that. He said, don't be daft. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, of course, that makes it kind of adorable is, like you say, people will mock me for doing the core blimey governor. It's like, yeah, people in Britain.
Yeah.
Nobody else in the world will be bothered by it because they don't have that association. I like your accent. The reason I like your accent and the way you speak is, to me, it's completely natural.
Yeah.
Regardless of, what people might think that kind of accent associates them with, it's more just
Book and cover syndrome, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just someone talking honestly. There's no pretensions. It's like, if I started talking like this, you'll see on my videos, hello, today we're going to make a thing and it's going to look like this, you'll see. People would know straight away I was putting on a stupid Ponce voice.
Yeah. I'm acutely aware that, I do mispronounce stuff. I'm known for it. You might have noticed. But that's
really?
what makes me me. I speak how I speak. But I do forget myself. Fox famously on one of our streams, what's that? And I said, I've got to cut the tit off the end, and it broke him. And I was sitting there thinking, why is he laughing so much? It's what I say. But I do forget sometimes that I'm live.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird though, because like I find your accent very trustworthy, because it's like I have no doubts that what you're saying is genuine and true. Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it just is.
Speedy says that as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. But, and the funny thing is, and people probably won't know this, I don't know what my accent sounds like, but I am from Manchester.
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily know it by the way I speak, but I am from Manchester. And the one accent I can't stand is a Manchester accent.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a few channels that are relevant to my interests, but I can't watch them because the people that are doing it, and it's not their fault, they've just got really strong Manchester accents, and I can't listen to it. I don't know why.
Always refers to Fox as the well-spoken man.
You wouldn't know I'm from Manchester.
No.
I don't know why. My brothers are the same.
But you've got call centre voice, mate. Because when you work in a call centre, and I know this because H did telesales, and when she moved down here, she had to do elocution lessons because her Scottish accent was so broad, no one could understand a word she was saying.
See, that's a shame because I love the Scots accent.
Yeah, and so you've got what I would class as that call centre tone.
Call centre voice.
Yeah.
I don't know why though, because I've always had it.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I don't know why, because like my dad was from Glasgow.
Yeah.
My mum was born 2 streets down from here.
Yeah.
And yet she kind of speaks like me, but so where our accent comes from, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I sound northern, but I'm sure I probably do to everybody who isn't northern.
Yeah, I
just think I've got a kind of neutral accent, but I don't know.
People that know me privately know that I'm profoundly deaf. I don't hear a thing in my right ear, and I've only got about 25-30% hearing in my left. So when you talk, you would hear your own voice, but obviously mine, I could talk really loud sometimes because I don't know what volume I'm talking out. So I've adapted over the years where when I start or prep to do me live shows of a night, I put my hand on the back of my hand on my throat, and I'll just be chatting to Fox, and I'm just gauging the vibration so that I can tell how loud I'm talking.
Yeah.
Speedy was asking about my soothing voice, and I said it's a deliberate thing, mate, because of me hearing. I don't want to be shouty.
Yeah.
I said, but it's only when my missus played YouTube videos back really loud on the TV, and I have a loop that I put round my neck when I watch the telly so that I can hear it, but I'm not drowning the house out. And it was the first time I had heard my voice, how other people hear it. And it really bothered me because it is quite gruff and gravelly, isn't it?
But I like it though.
Yeah, but it's what makes me me. You know, people always say it's a relaxing tone, and
I find it. I wouldn't, and this is just my. I wouldn't say to me it was a relaxing tone, nonetheless. Specifically, I probably have a different taste in sort of voices that I would say were relaxing, but I do find it honest and trustworthy. Yeah, and relaxed and welcoming for a conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas if I was to actually talk with a normal accent for this area, you know, I'll be a bit like that and talk like this all the time, you know what I mean? Well top banging. And if I was talking like this all day, right? No, I mean, I can't even do my own local accent very well, but no. If I was like, here, I'm going to stick this on here right now, right? Stick that on there, and then we'll get this big turret on there, right? And we'll stick it on, right? Yeah. And then we'll do a bit of that, and it'll be banging, it'll be well. No, I can't stand it.
Yeah, it sounds a bit chavvy, doesn't it? A bit chuddy.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it's weird that I can't even do my own accent, the local accent, but I don't find that a trustworthy accent at all. But like your accent, the way you speak.
Yeah, it's just one of them.
Yeah.
You know, but
I like it.
My lads, you know, they've got a bit of a similar accent, but obviously where they've been raised in Hampshire, they do have a little bit of ooh in there as well, which I find quite strange. But
that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong
they
with
have
that.
a little bit of that Phil Harding every now and then in there, and that makes me giggle.
Like
yeah. Only apples and pears.
All right, Father. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I've told the story before about like my brother who lives in Chelmsford. My brother lives in Chelmsford and sounds like me, although louder, believe it or not. And my sister-in-law was born and raised in Hull, and obviously has a Hull accent, which is like Barrow, but more depressing. The accent, I mean, not the place. Well, then again. But, of course, they live in Chelmsford in Essex.
Yeah.
So the first time I heard one of my nephews speak ever, he said, "Daddy, oh, what a knife!" And like all of us just sat there going, because it's like this broad Essex accent, and we're like,
Johnny Essex, isn't it? Yeah.
Because it's like they're born in Essex and they're raised in it, and it's like, it doesn't matter what the parents act, because of course and it's like, whoa, where did that come from? Like my little nephew was about 4 years old asking for a knife for his name. "Daddy, I want a knife!" And we're like,
I mean, like I say, me lads are predominantly a London accent and London terminologies, but every now and then a local phrase crops in, and it's like that phrase just so doesn't belong, you know, and it's like, it does fascinate me. But whereas my brother, he hasn't kept his accent. It's surprising, you know. It's kind of disappeared a bit from him. But
I mean, I don't think I always had like this. I think I do know for a fact that when my brother went to the States, he picked up not an accent, but he certainly changed his intonation, the way he talks. Yeah. And through exposure to him, I changed the way I talk. So sometimes I go up at the end of a sentence like that.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which I never used to do until, obviously, you know, my brother developed that and that, because I do pick things up off people like that.
Yeah.
And if I hang around someone with a strong accent long enough, I'll probably pick up bits of it.
Yeah, I mean, most people from my neck of the woods, they have that almost like monotone way of talking, metronomic, you know, and it's just how we are, you know. But if, say, for instance, you was in a place and you was talking about something you didn't want people to really know about, you would speed up, and that's where the rhyming slang comes in a bit as well, because you could talk in acronyms and people don't know what you're on about. But
it'd be a bit super secret about things.
Yeah, whereas me mum and her Winnie, they talk Romany because they're from an Irish background, travelling background. So they've got a bit of that, you know, a bit of that lingo. Well, I say Romany, it's probably a bit more Celtic, to be honest with you, but But yeah, so they've got a bit of that, and they can sit there and have a 20-minute conversation, and no one knows what they're on about. You know, but yeah. So I've got a bit of that.
It's almost like a patois, isn't it? But
yeah. So, but my mum, she says, you know, you've never lost your accent, have you? And I went, no. She said, whereas Tone has, you know, Carol's like me. She's still a bit, oh, blimey, you know.
I mean, I suppose it depends where you are and for how long.
Yeah.
I mean, like my brother moved to the States in the mid-'80s when he was, 20-odd, 30-odd?
Yeah.
Early 20s, mid-20s. So he had plenty, and he's been there for like 40 years now, so he's had plenty of time.
Yeah.
He's not, I say, he doesn't now speak like he's from, I mean, trust me, he lives in Memphis, in Tennessee. He does not have a Tennessee accent.
No.
He's not like, hey, yeah, he's not. But he certainly has an Americanized British pitch to his voice. He doesn't necessarily have an accent, but he does intone his sentences in a way that you think, yeah, that's influenced. But if he'd gone over when he was in like my age now, I'm not going to pick things up because I'm too old to learn.
No, that's right.
Pick up new accents. I might pick up little things here and there, like phrases and sayings that I adopt, and I do that. I'm like a magpie for phrases and sayings. If I learn a new word that's really cool, even if it's not relevant to anything at all, I think it's awesome. I'll use it all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's where you are. I mean, if you lived most of your life in the East End, then by the time you moved to, where you are now, it's probably just too ingrained for you to have changed it.
Oh, yeah, working in that area as well for all them years, it was a social circle, wasn't it?
Yeah, if you moved out to where you are now in your 20s or something, you probably would have a different voice altogether, different accent altogether. But I like your accent. I think it's an asset for your channel.
Yeah.
I think you know that now, and you play on it a little bit.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it, I must admit.
Yeah, you've accepted it now.
Yeah.
It took a while. But, yeah, that's the thing I have to often remind myself sometimes is that, when I watch other people's content, I have to think not everybody, and again, I'm not saying I'm good, I'm not, but not everybody is a natural presenter. Or, when you watch someone on a video who's really stiff and wooden and like, I am now going to do this thing.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 1 minute, folks.
Yeah, no worries. I'll use that opportunity to do a bit of chattykins because I've got to sit back because my back's hurting. Right. Richard says, can't do video, don't like hearing my own voice. I was like that, Richard, mate. I used to hate presentation. Now I can't be asked, says Retro, to care enough to be nervous. Yeah. Timber says your voice works. Cole, it's full of character. Thanks, mate. PJ says, yeah, he says, God blimey, Governor, what's the Bobby Moore here then? Yeah, tight Cockney, doesn't really work. Anyway, evening, modelers. How do, PJ? How you doing, guys? Go for it, Sid, saying hello. Hello, mate, how you doing? Reece says he's thinking of popping in the Zoom later if you're about. Yeah, I'll be going in after the eModels show, mate, because, yeah, I like to wind down after shows by just popping in and chilling down for a bit. Yeah, that's everyone saying hello to Reece up there. But, yeah, I have a real sort of small circle of channels I watch now. Purely and simply because that's the content I enjoy watching. And, yeah. But I do like watching people like Night Shift, Laser Creation World, people like that, because they are artists, and what they can do with armour builds and dioramas, I think, is just absolutely beautiful. And it's art at the end of the day. And when I'm thinking of trying something, I literally go through their content and I'll have a looky-loo just to see how they've achieved it. And then if I do use any of their tips, I always make a point of giving them a credit. Thanks to Martin Kovac for this technique, and it's just giving them a shout-out. And I normally PM them as well, saying, I've stolen one of your techniques, but I will give you a shout-out on the video because it's right. And I just think that works for me. So... But yeah, there are some wonderful, wonderful builders out there, that just take it to a whole new level. And I love that because I always say to myself with this hobby, I like to be learning new things and new ways of doing things and new techniques. Because if you don't think you can learn something in this hobby, that's when it's time to give up, because I need to learn to keep my interest, you know. So I go out of my comfort zone and I'll build something in a genre that I've never built before. Just stretch myself. I just think it's the right thing to do. It's not for everyone, you know. A lot of people will stick in their zone because that's what they're used to doing. But I don't know. I just like to test myself. That was number 2, that one, Cole, which is that door. There you go. So we want these in place purely and simply because I want to test the fit of my door, but I'm not gluing them. You'll notice that I'm just clicking it in place because I just want to dry fit the door just to see whether my theory is working. And it seems to be honest with you, because that's gone straight in on its hinge with an H. Look at that. See? Boom. Happy days. See what I've done? There you go. So it just lets me know now that that door shut is where I need it to be, folks. I can give that pillar just a slight tweak, but there you go. So I'm happy with that. Okay. But I'll do brum brum noise. Oh, no, I can't because it's got no engine. Damn it. So I can cut the other door glass off. Or shall I? Let me think. Did I dry fit that other door? Let's just check that. I might be able to do that without the glass, that one. Just don't want to get the glass mixed up, see, because, yeah. There you go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. All day long, innit? Yeah. Now, I've got to trim one of the windows down because I want a window down. But, well, because it's got the frame on it, I might have to be a bit judicious there with the trimmage, but... And this door's going to be open, as are the back doors and the side doors. Gosh. So, yeah. Yeah, all day long. I'm happy with that. So, we can start putting a bit of the old suspension together, I reckon. Let's just clean the crud off of there. Boom, have you a bit of that. Quick look at the chat. Everyone say hello to Reese. What's going on in there? Let's just refresh my iPad because it don't seem to be refreshing me chat on there still. So that's a bit behind. So I'll look up to the other side in a sec and take me chat off of there. LM Modelismo Militare is in. Cool, I sounded all exotic then, didn't I? He says, ciao a tutti, un saluto da Roma. There you go. I'll probably just destroyed Italian there, and he's probably sitting there mocking me, but I had to go, mate. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing all right. I hope you're safe and well. I'd love to you and your family. Retro says, my name is your host, the Craft Man. Absolutely. PJ saying, wab it, wab it. Just have a quick swig of tea. There you go. So, in the chat, have you got any anything you're coveting for Christmas from Father Crimbo for your little stashes? Because it's coming up to that time of year, folks, isn't it? Where if you're like me, you drop the most unsubtle hint when your missus is around. Oh, have you seen how cheap that is? Yeah, we all do it. So, yeah, it's that time of year. Perhaps that's why I've been good. Perhaps she's gone out and bought herself a load of Crimbo stuff and not told me. Yeah, could be that. I don't mind. Yeah, I've already got all my reminders on the phone to remind me. Yeah, don't forget. Don't forget. Purely and simply because I will forget. Right, so we've got a bit of that going on. We've got a bit of the old Eddie Murphy, Axel Foley going on there. So we'll have that on there. So we want number 4. Just trim that. Give that a smooth in a minute. I like to trim a little bit away from it just so that I don't chore the plastic because, yeah. Just draw that along there. Boom. Being nosy, he says, what's in the Ico envelope, Cole? Oh, mate, you're not being nosy, PJ. I think you know deep down what's in there. This, my friend, contains what I commonly refer to as Satan's metal. This is a beautiful thing that Mini Art do. They put the photo etch pieces in a nice little envelope for safekeeping, PJ. And it is the devil's metal, mate. Yeah. I've got photo etch to do, PJ, on an eModels build live. Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice little touch they do with that. And it's like, another one I like is when you're doing a shiny car and one of the manufacturers actually takes the time to put the body shell in its own box just to protect it. I like that because we've all had it before where you open the kit, you look at the body shell and it's got more dinks in it than a 90-year-old's backside. And it's like, yeah. So, yeah, that's what is in there, mate. I will be muting my microphone when it comes to putting that in, because I am mindful that this is going out on eModels, and I don't think they need festerisms on their channel because I might get told off for that. So that's what that is, mate. Bit of photo etch. Pardon me. It looks a lot, but it ain't a lot. But I've got a couple of bits that I've got to put on the front of the cab, but I'm not going to do them until until I'm happy that that ain't going to move anywhere. And then I can go around and start putting all of those little embellishments on. There's some for the engine and also for the interior, like little bits of racking and things like that, and brackets and stuff. So I do like these little mini art kits. They're right, I'm sure it's 35th scale. Yes, it is. So if you're doing armor and you've got a tank or a German staff car or something like that, you could have it sitting there. I've always wanted to do one. I've got this idea for a build, and I might do it on this one, I see. But yeah, I won't name it because I want it to be a surprise now. But in 35th scale, you could have, like you say, a nice little German staff car, or, and then add a few of these vehicles around it and do a nice little vignette, couldn't you? So, I did the beer truck. I might have, like I say, the pub front, or it could be a little cafeteria, and he's had his beer delivered and his milk delivered, and then I'll get a little meat truck. And so I'm thinking of doing a little street scene with all of these lot. What do you think, folks? So, it's got me eyeing another couple of these vehicles. So I might, like I say, I might get the little German staff car or something like that, and just do a little vignette. Why not? And then you'll be able to see this when you go up to the eModel shop. I've got to do a road trip next year. Helen's kindly said she'll take me because normally I courier my stuff up to them in a battle box and send them back that way. But because me and travelling ain't a good thing. But I've got the big 16th tank. I've got a 24th scale premium London bus and a load of their other builds. So we are going to try and organise a road trip where I take all the stuff up that way. So, yeah. Because at the end of the day, they are eModels, these builds. They are for those guys up there. And I'm mindful of the fact that some of the builds I've had sat here for a little while now on my shelf, and it's only right I return them. Keep an eye out, folks. There's going to be quite a few going up there. But what are we doing? As far as I know, this Monday I shall be doing a solo stream on here with the tank because we had the week off last week with eModels. So we'll probably stick to our normal bi-weekly routine on that. So I'll be doing a bit of the old 1/16th tank for you this coming Monday. So ring the bell and bung a note in your diary. I'll be doing a bit of solo streaming Monday coming. So, because I'm already having withdrawal symptoms because I've done all the tracks on it. But yeah, I'm already beginning to think, yeah, I need to do a bit of tankage because why not? So we've got a bit of that going on. Let's drop that in there. Just bung a bit of extra fin in there. I'm using a bit of the old AK there on this build because I haven't used their glue before, and I just thought I wanted to try it out. So a little bit of the AK quick is going on there. And it is quick, folks. It does like that. So I do an extra fin, but I ordered the quick one. Forgot myself. So yeah. Yeah, no worries. He's back now, folks.
Yeah. Mama Wolf sends hugs to everybody, even people watching in chat.
Oh, there you go.
But you get an extra one, apparently.
Yeah, but I'm L'Oreal, mate. I'm worth it.
That's true. That's true. I'm worth it. I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, so where are we up to?
So yeah, I'll be doing that on Monday, a bit of the old 1/16th tank. So tune in for that, folks. It's nice to see you. Nice of you to join us and all of that.
Yes.
What you got planned this week? You got any buildy content going up?
I have another GT40 video going up tomorrow. That's scheduled in.
Yeah.
And then I'm up to date with that then.
Oh, look at you.
So this week coming up, I need to film my Back to the Future DeLorean part work. I've got about 6 packs of that to film. And then when that's done, I need to do some filming and painting. Yeah. But I'll also, I think, throughout the course of the next few days, I'll get all the rest of the detail painting on this finished. And then I can start on the enamel stuff next week.
There you go, folks.
Yes. Because I think I'm getting a bit too detail oriented on this build at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm putting so much effort into all the little tiny details. It's like I think I need to just take a step back and just get it done.
Yeah.
So the guys can have it in their cabinet at eModels. Yes. Other than that, I'm looking forward to the next build, the next eModels thing.
Yeah. That's on its way, isn't it?
Well, I did ask James to hold off on it for a little bit because I wasn't sure about doing Wednesdays every week, but I'm fine now, so I've asked him to send it. So what I plan on doing, if I get all the detail painting done in the next few days, then it will be a case of just the enamel weathering and stuff.
Yeah. Which
will be like 10, 20 minutes of painting it on, and then I have to leave it for a day. So what I'm going to be doing when it turns up and when I've got it, the next thing after this, I will be doing Mortarion, the Primarch of Nurgle.
Yeah.
Which is a big figure with wings, big character figure. And I'll be when I do things like enamel, I'll do the enamel stuff, and then while that's drying, I can build that. And then that'll be my painting project for the Wednesdays.
Absolutely.
Demon Primarch of Nurgle.
That's why I parked my Baneblade, because I've got all the tracks to do, and it's like literally 5 minutes of doing something, and then the rest of the show is going to be it drying, and then it's like...
Yes, you have something else to do in the background, or just do it off camera.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this, and then off camera I'm doing all the track washes and that, and... Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be brought back on in a couple of weeks for a update, so... They're fun, but like you say, you just need to have a pause every now and then, don't you? Especially on a long project.
Yeah, we've said it many times before, but doing something on a stream, or when you're filming it is different. But when you're doing it on a stream and you only got like 2 hours a week, or maybe 4 hours a week to do it, it's very difficult to maintain your enthusiasm for it because. And I've said before with Baneblades, I love painting Baneblades more than anything because I love it. I know what I'm doing. I have fun. I can relax. But I normally get it all done in one go, and it might be a week of work. It might be like, 50 to 100 hours spread over a week or so. And I'm just having fun. But when it's like 2 hours a week and it's just, you keep having to stop and start, it drains your enthusiasm. And because we're doing this free models, we've got to be very wary of doing that on a build because we don't want to do a bad job.
No.
On our own channel, we can just dump it and go off and do something else. But when we're doing free models, we need to get it done. So we're both very conscious of, it's not burnout. It's just, imagine something you love doing, but you can only do 2 hours a week and then you have to leave it for a week. It's quite frustrating. Yeah. And it gets you a bit angry about it in a way. Not angry, but, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So
it's that old thing, isn't it? You know, I've always got that. You know, if it's longer than 6 shows, I need to just have a breather.
yeah, because you don't want to.
Well, the viewers
Do
get
grudge.
stale as well at the end of the day because it's like, oh God, they're still doing that. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be viewers that just watch for us messing about, and they're not really bothered what we're doing. But there will be the ones that are actually watching what we're doing, and you know, if we're doing the same thing for week in, week out.
Oh yeah, you don't want to drag it out because it's not fun, is it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm very conscious of that with the audience. It's like, yeah, the audience. If I'm beginning to wane, I then think, well, if I'm beginning to get bored with it, what are the audience thinking? And that's for me is enough for me to go, I just want to change it up this week and do something different this week. So
yeah. Well, I figured with Mortarian, at least, even if I can't do a lot in each show, and probably a lot of it again would end up being done off camera afterwards, but
yeah,
at least it's figure painting. It's a big, dirty, great big figure that's like 2 foot tall. It's not, you know, a tank or something. So at least it's something interesting.
Yeah.
I've got my own Mortarian. I just never got around to painting it.
Yeah, but it's one of them, isn't it? Yeah, no. It's...
Have I got it here? Can I show it to them? No.
Oh, yeah, go full screen if you want, mate.
No, I don't. It's packed away in a box. Unfortunately.
No,
I was going to
lamekins.
show them what it is, but yeah, it's packed away in a box. And it's. I'm not sure how it would work streaming, so it's a good way. It's a good test for me to see if actually character painting is worthwhile on a stream, because it might be an absolute pain in the bum and not work. But we'll see.
And the one way to find out.
Do it. I've learnt that from you, my friend.
Exactly. You know, so yeah, I have my uses. See, every now and then I teach him something. I've got to go through the blending with you, haven't I? Because he's kind of transfixed at the moment with my Star Weaver, aren't you?
Yeah. It's like in the past, I'd be like, I wonder what would happen if I put my hand in this complex machinery while it's on.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen. I'd just sit there and think about it. But now, I don't do that. Thanks to Colin, I just jam my hand in all kinds of crevices and see what happens. And so far, it's all been good. So
I'll do it, mate. I always said my aim was to get you out of your comfort zone. I'm getting there slowly, folks.
Yeah.
Believe you me, it's a challenge.
No, I'm a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm a princess.
Yeah, but that's what makes it work, isn't it? Because if someone had said to you 12 months ago, you're going to be scratch building live on the YouTubes, you would have laughed at them.
I'd been like, no.
And yet...
Although, to be fair, the most scratch building I've done is on my Bluey car, and to be honest, most of that's already falling off. So
Oh, is it?
that well, no, but it's that plastic on the Bluey car. It's not.
Yeah. PJ's now twitching. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's like Dreyfus out of the Pink Panther, isn't he?
Hang on. Just whatever you do, right, make sure that I don't put it on screen anywhere.
Yeah.
At any point. Just in case PJ sees it and has maybe does a little bit of a poop.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, PJ, make sure I don't put that on screen at all, ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
We've got close that. I nearly got it out.
I was looking at it the other night and I'm like, I really need to put it back on the bench and get my base built because,
yeah, I might just paint mine and film it.
So, I need to...
I don't know.
Need to get it finished because I do have a buyer waiting for it. So
yeah, gentlemen, get it finished.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to sell mine, but nobody said they want to buy it. So yet at this point, right, I'm waiting for that. I'm hoping what people can see is that I've been adding null oil to the tire on that wheel. It doesn't really come out on the webcam, but it was Mechanica standard grey and just 3 coats of null oil, and it's starting to have that rubbery. It's still shiny, so it doesn't look very good, but it's starting to get that rubbery look a little bit. Same on the tyres on the road wheels. So once I've got enough coats on there, it'll just look like a nice, not black, not rubber black, but a sort of rubbery look, and then I can do some highlighting on it and make it look more like rubber. So if you ever want to do that kind of rubber effect, null oil and dark greys is always
there you go. See?
Yeah, you get some natural variation in the recesses. It just looks a bit more interesting than just a flat grey. Good on hoses and tubes as well.
Hose. Letter O's.
more repose. Tubes.
There you go.
Tubes.
Tubularity.
Tubularity. La 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 la. Right now, Mama Wolf is secure with a cup of tea, so
nice
we
one.
can go till whatever time you want to now.
Go to half past then. That'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, she had a bathroom break, which was great. So
what have we
she's sat there now
got?
for a while.
Retro says Crimbo this year is just delicious food. Maybe visiting some friends, sending out some cards, no gifts at all. Oh, Lemmerkins. Oh, you're not getting no prezzies. Oh,
There's only one thing that's worth thinking about at Christmas, and that is Aldi Stollen.
good shout. Had straight
There's
waffles.
nothing else that needs any thinking about at all. Not even the Marks and Spencer advert or whatever it is. Not even it's Stollen from Aldi.
Yeah.
Stollen. That's his richtig.
For me, it's street waffles.
Well, my brother brought me all the student food 3 weeks ago. He didn't bring street waffles, but he bought a pack of Tesco 4 egg waffles.
Oh, he didn't, did he? Yeah.
And they're just like bird's eye potato waffles, but not potato. And they were like, they were most pleasant.
Yeah. Street waffles and Eccles cakes. I said that loud enough in the hope that the missus might have heard me and been that I'm in the good books, just saying.
Well, yeah, actually, you're in the good books, aren't you? So,
Yeah.
you never know.
You never know.
Keep
But
that hope
could I
alive.
end up in the bad books for trying to push myself too much for being in the good books? I've got to be careful here.
No, you're overthinking it now.
Yeah, but I need to, don't I? I've got to come up with all the contingency safety options, mate, because
You're doing dark maths there now.
yeah, this could change for me, see, so
Could change at any moment.
because being in the good books is bound to put me in the bad books.
Well, it's not like there's any precedent you can work off. You've got no idea how to react when you're in the good books, so you don't really know what to do
I
anyway.
am like Wild E. Coyote, folks. I'm looking at the camera in my Acme rocket boots with the veins in my eyes going, yeah, what do I do next?
Have you got the little placard on a stick saying, bye, or save me, or whatever, or oops,
Yeah, help. Yeah.
help? That's
Yeah.
just before you go disappear down with a little
Yeah, that
cloud.
little puff of smoke. Yeah. Yeah. And the missus has got one of those black holes that she can throw on the ground or at the wall when a tunnel appears and I fall down it, and it's like, yeah. That's me.
I'm actually looking forward to to when you actually start playing Portal. Because the thought of you with that portal gun, you won't really know what I'm talking about now, but when you get to play it, the thought of you with the portal gun just fills me with the sense of deepest joy and what you could possibly do to just break the game. Talking of putting holes in walls and things. You'll see what I mean when you
could go well for me then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think you could certainly cause yourself some problems. Just with you saying putting holes on the wall.
Yeah, so he's got faith in me because he knows exactly what I'm like. Yeah.
It's like, imagine a gun, right? You fire it at a wall and it makes a portal.
Yeah.
And you fire it at another wall, it makes another portal. And if you go into the first portal, you come out where the second portal is.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how it works. But
yeah, I would have known that if I'd had my headphones on at the beginning, wouldn't I?
Well, no, you hadn't got that far. But the game also factors in physics and other things. So, yeah, I can imagine you'll have some good fun with that. Did. It
will go in there. Happy days.
You go in there like that. There you go.
They are on the tweezers of tweezerness, folks.
Ooh. Are you doing the photo etch?
No, I'm doing rear suspension, mate. That tiny little thing with all the springs and all of that. So,
spring.
Yeah.
Spring has sprung, the grass is riz.
Absolutely.
I wonder where the birdies is.
So, being that I am notoriously a twitchy person, it's like, keep them on the tweezers, Cole, and then that way you should be
tweezers
all right.
But when you get twitches, tweezers are so not your friend.
Absolutely. I have the lock-in ones that I use, so I can just lock the piece on there and,
I think what I'm going to need to do before I do any weathering on this, once I've done the detail painting, is matte varnish it, because This paint is coming off so easily. With
Yeah.
handling.
Yeah, my Baneblade got satin varnished and put away because I just, like I say, I wanted to bake everything in there that I've currently done.
Yeah.
Especially when I know I'm going to be slavering track wash everywhere because,
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing the Baneblade is a bit of a pain for, is because it's so big and you've got to handle it so much that you will find paint coming off the grenade launcher or smoke launchers, off the barrels at the back. Even with the good quality hard, acrylic paint, it's going to, like on the tracks, you can see there's paint coming off. So it's a bit of a pain for that.
Yeah, but it's instant weathering, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at chat. Go for it painting says, I painted a Space Marine squad today. Cool.
Oh, nice one.
What chapter did you paint, or did you just go for something that looked cool? Bobbin says, Mini Art do enough stuff for a good sized street market now.
Yeah, I've seen the little market stalls and all of that lot. So, yeah, it's kind of put an idea in my head, to be honest with you. And, I might run with it. So,
yes. I don't know how far forward you got in chat.
I got up to, where was it? I was asking people just below PJ's photo etch comment.
All right, there we go. Richard Thomas Scale Model World says, my family stopped buying any model kits because I've got so many they don't know what I've got, so they've been buying tickets to motor racing events.
Oh, cool. Nice one, mate.
Bobbins is not expecting model stuff for Christmas, but will probably buy way too much at Telford this weekend.
Yeah.
Make sure to spend all your money at the eModels stand.
I see what you did there.
Same here, Bobbins says, Richard Thomas... Will there be a Crimbo group build this year, says Ret Rabbit. Not for eModels, because it's unfortunately getting us all together now for 4 or 5 hours is kind of impossible. That's why we haven't done one for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Out of all of us, Colin's the only one at the minute, and possibly Chris, the only two that could even sit there for 4 or 5 hours and do a stream. So, probably not. Rabbit says, no gifts this year because we're going to the UK on holiday at the end of May 2024. Be warned.
Oh, dear.
He's going to be up your way. He's going to be up your way, Col.
Is he? Oh, nice one.
He was asking me about anywhere he should visit, and I said, I've no idea. You're down south.
Yeah.
That's Colin. He lives down in the southern area. He'll know where you can go.
Yeah.
He said he might go to Warhammer World.
Yeah, good man.
Colin, have you stood up yet? Asks Jackie.
No, I haven't actually. I was contemplating it. Let me stick that on, and I will do.
Good call, Jackie.
Yeah, good shout.
John Christmas retracted something. Damn, don't know what it was. Welcome, John, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes, go for it painting. Tell us what you painted. What chapter did you paint?
Get that on, yeah.
Just waiting for my washes to dry. Normally, if I'm painting rubbery tyres and things, it's about 5 or 6 coats of normal oil.
Yeah.
But you've got to be careful, because if it does add a layer of thickness and it can get a bit too gloopy and you end up with all your details getting softened. So you've got to do it carefully.
Standing up, Jackie. Standing up.
Good girl.
He says in a non-patronising way.
It's not true what they say about you, Cole. You're a good girl, really.
Yeah. I'll cut me.
I shall. Seeing as that's waiting to dry, I'll go and get some warm water and I'll clean my brushes.
Yeah.
So do that, right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, no worries. I'm stood up. I'll be a little bit quieter because I'm further away from the microphone, folks, so bear with me. But yeah, all I've been up to on this is obviously dry fitted everything, just whilst the front end of the cab glues in place, and then I can pop the doors off and the roof and detail all the inside up. So that's what I've been doing on that. Try not to headbutt the microphone, Cole, because that'll annoy the viewers, mate.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's annoying?
Me headbutting my microphone.
For some reason, there's a completely random sweet corn in the middle of my floor.
Oh, is there? Oh, dear.
I was like, why is there a sweet corn down there? Very strange.
Corn. Because it's sweet.
I do like corn on the cob. Oh, so nice.
John Christmas says, buy the stuff, mate.
Can you not? Oh, I love it. Big dot of butter.
Nah.
John Christmas says, hi guys, bit late to the show. Hi, John.
Hello, John. How you doing, geese? There you go. Have a bit of that. Yeah, the reason why you're wobbling, Cole, is because you took both hands off the bench. You don't do that. You should know that. Look. Taxi for a pilchard.
You'll get there eventually.
Why am I
Jeff Light says, love to see some of your work. Go for it.
Oh, there's some talented people out there. I know this because I do a gallery every week. And every week I end up gobsmacked with what people are doing out there. And I love it. Because it's inspirational, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah. He gets lots of pictures of awesome work from talented painters and stuff from me as well.
Yeah, I tend not to talk about that because it's for people, not for people with a nervous disposition. See what I did?
Nah, it's you get some good stuff in there.
Oh, mate, honestly, it certainly inspires me, and I admit it. I will shamelessly steal any tips and tricks I get. I'll always give someone a credit, don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Yes. Hey, I just had a thought.
Oh, God, you go careful.
You know what I was talking about earlier on regards to Facebook and things?
Oh, yes.
Potential content for Mondays?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but what have I been saying the last couple of years?
No, I know. I'm just thinking instead
go
of
to the store, show some bits off, do a bit of a gallery, do something different, because the Monday show has got style. So,
well, I'm just thinking of instead of having to build a gallery and stuff.
Yeah. So, me personally, I've been beating that drum for a while, and it does need changing up. So,
yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Because there's only so many Sally James factoids and things that you can do before you start repeating yourself. But then people do like the factoid, so yeah, it's one of them.
Oh yeah, you can't. Unfortunately that's one bit you can never change because that's probably people's favourite bit.
I'm all for opening it up and showing people what's new. And like I say, there's a God Hand range. There's this, there's that, but also that other segment I think would work. So
yeah.
Because I'm looking at doing it on the Monday show, so why not do it on every Monday show we do?
So people, if you have any thoughts about the Monday eModels show, the one with me, Ted, Chris and Colin, things you'd like to see or you think you might like to see on that show, because we're thinking about maybe, tweaking the format a bit, freshening it up. Well, yeah, it's about time. But, we've got ideas, but let us know what you think.
Because that's why I've been using the Monday show as a test bed, saying to the folks, if you want me to go and do something, this, that and the other, I'll do it. Because
so I'm thinking it might be worth doing that thing that's already on Facebook, using that for stuff.
Well, it's sat there. Why not just roll it out? Personally, it's there.
Yeah.
Because it's like anything, I do it with my stuff every year. I start normally about October time thinking, right, I just need to have a little bit of a spruce up, a little bit of a change up. And I think with Mondays eModels with the Gang of Fours become predictable.
Yeah.
The minute
its ways
it's just, if you didn't change, the wheel would never have been invented, would it? So I'm passionate about trying to evolve things and keep it fresh and relevant because,
Yeah. So if anybody out there, if you've got any ideas, things you think might be good on the Monday show, let us know. Either in, comments on the Monday shows or in the chat here, on the chat on the Monday shows, or, wherever you normally get hold of us on the eModels Facebook page. When we post up, just say what you think we might like to see. Jeff says, your gallery on Sundays are awesome, Cole.
Thank you, Jeff. Massively appreciate. Is my audio gone now? Or was that you?
No, you're fine. No, you're fine.
Did you just mute?
No, not pressed a thing.
Okay. But yeah, definitely the Monday shows has been something on my mind for a while to just freshen up. It needs it.
Yeah. I've just cleaned my brushes now. I've spotted something else I need to work on. Oh, gosh darn it. Right, time for a really rubbish brush I don't care about then in that case.
Yeah, get your rubbish brushes here, folks, for heat repair.
Because it'll literally get a rinse and then put back in the pot. Because I'm not going to wash it.
Yeah, you don't want to use a goddamn brush for that, mate.
No. You know, it's that kind of thing when you just get a really pants brush and just say, you know what, you're not even getting brush soap, you're just getting put back in the pot.
Oh, yeah. Did I cut that off?
There we go.
Did I not? I can't remember. Oh, there it is, because it's still on the sprue, you Burke.
Did I or did I not? Yeah. Cut it off.
Number 3.
There you go.
Is that
one? An angle so I can use gravity as my ally.
Get your gravity here, folks, for heat repair.
If I snap that guy's sword off one more time, I will openly weep.
You're having trouble with your sword? See what I did?
I keep snapping my sword off. It's a bit unwieldy and big.
I'd love to see some of your work. Yeah, your gallery's on Sunday. That's been read out. Yeah, time to look away from the chat, Cole, because Fox just read it.
We still don't know what Go For It painting Space Marine Squad was painted as, though. He still hasn't answered yet. What
really? Yeah, we've got to know all the things, mate.
Yeah, what Space Marines were they? Were they? I've got to try and remember the Space Marine types now. Inceptors, aspirators, fantabulators, terminators. I don't know any of them. They're just Space Marines. I can't remember now. Were they the flying ones with the jetpacks, or the sneaky behind the scenes ones with the limited armor? What chapter did you paint? Tell us all the colours.
Yeah, we need to know all of the details.
Tell us all the colours.
All of the sordid details.
Sordid. Phil Lewis says, night all.
Ta-da,
Take care, Phil.
Thanks for coming in, mate, and keeping us company, fella.
If I knew where Mortarian was, I'd get him out, but I can't find no idea.
Yeah. Get him out. Get your Mortarian out. You know you want to.
Nah.
I think it's buried in your stash box, probably under your bench somewhere or wherever.
No, I've got like 4 storage boxes full of things that are primed and need painting, and I don't know which box it's in, and they're all jam-packed full. So, but that'll be my next thing. Yeah,
I've now filled my projects box up, and I'm using various A4 boxes, and I'm having to write on them what's in there. It's like,
I've got like the really useful clear boxes that are like 3 foot long, and each one's got a post-it note stuck on the inside, written on the post-it note, so I can see through the lid what's in it.
I've got one of my 3D printer boxes spare, and that's got all my eModels builds all boxed up within it, and it's like that long box is all the eModels builds. It's like road trip,
road trip.
So
yes,
because there's no way I'm going to ship the 1/16th tank. It's like, no, that's going to be personally delivered, because
no, I'm having to think practically when I do stuff now as to what I can physically put in a box and send to them.
Yeah,
because I can't go there now, which is why there's going to be a long time before they ever get the Millennium Falcon, because that can't really be packed up feasibly and shipped in any way that doesn't end up with it being destroyed.
That's the trouble, mate. You got to think of this. You know, small stuff can go in the battle box. That's not a problem. But my philosophy is we're going to be going up there next year, so we might as well just take the whole lot in one hit. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't go, so anyway.
So all I'll do is, well, I'm not exactly the world's best traveller, but it's choice, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah.
So,
no, I mean, I can't go anywhere, so. I can ship things. Baneblade's are easy to ship. Stick it in a battle box, done. There you go. Nice and padding. Battle box and Crusader boxes and stuff. Mortarian's going to be tricky because of his wings, but I'll figure something out.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, we've got to try and figure out the journey yet and how it's going to impact me. So we'll probably end up staying in an hotel up there, because going up and down in one day like that's going to be absolutely torturous for us.
I mean, it's about 2 hours for me, so it's probably about 4 hours for you, if not more.
So
Would you have to go around the M25 and stuff? Or
yeah.
So about a week then.
So, yeah, it's going to be a challenge, put it that way.
Yeah, definitely have an overnight stay.
So it's going to be needed, to be honest with you, because the carcass won't take it.
Any of the lads go with you?
I don't know. I mean, H will be taking me up there, so...
Lex might, if he gets some Warhammer stuff on us there.
Yeah, so... This is the thing, it's the planning that goes in advance for this sort of thing. This is why I don't do Telford, because for me, obviously, the time of year that Telford's on, all the hotel prices go through the roof, and I'm not going to get ripped off. But also, for me, it isn't just going up to Telford for the day or whatever. I have to...
Yeah, you're not just jumping in the car
go up there
and going,
the day before. I've got to stay overnight for that night. Then you go to the show during the day. I've got to pace myself round there because of mobility. So either the pram has to come out or whatever. Then you go back to the hotel, you stay another night. If you go up for the 2 days, that's another night. So you look at the money it's going to cost. What am I really going to gain out of it? I could actually buy the stuff I need on Amazon and save myself the torture. So,
yeah, I mean, especially when you think about it. I mean, Telford is a great show and it's great and all that, but it's really just a lot of stalls selling model kits.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, you know, it's unless you're going specifically for the competition to see all that stuff, it's a great show to go to, but when it's that much involved in you getting there, you think...
Yeah, I've been once, that's enough. And this is why I don't do the MotoGPs and sporting events now, because of the fact that it's like, you know...
Yeah.
So yeah,
because once you walk around the floor and, you know, seen all the stalls... Kind of there,
yeah, I mean, if I could trust a courier to ship it all, then obviously I would ship it all because it's the easiest option. But I can't see a way or any other way around it at the moment. So,
yeah. Jeff Light says our eldest son used to paint black Templars. Ooh.
Oh, nice one.
I tried. I'm not the best at painting black stuff. I tried painting a sister, sororitas. Adeptus Sororitas, a sister of whatever.
Oh, right.
Back thing. And that one I did fit. And yeah, that's really hard to paint the black. It looks like it's easy. You paint it black and then the highlights. It's like, yeah, but when you're doing kind of realistic painting or not just edge highlighting, it's actually really challenging.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. If you're doing the old base colour, then edge highlight, it's not too bad. But if you're trying to do not that, it's quite a tricky thing to do black. Without just painting it black.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. Plus, it's got white bits on the armour and they just came out terrible. Whoa, it's just not like painting white bits.
Well, it's 50 Shades of Grey, basically, isn't it? Because, like I say, you know, if you paint it black, you're knackered because you've got to highlight, weather it, and all of that lot. So,
yeah, but for some reason, it's like if people have got like aquillas and things or markings on their armour that's moulded in and you're painting it white, I can paint them gold, no problem, or red, or you paint them white, I suddenly lose the ability to paint.
Yeah.
Even little detail, I can't do it. I just
can't beat a nice bit of gold.
A little bit of gold.
Right, so we got that. I'm happy with that. That's the rear suspension.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Oh, it looks like a lawnmower.
Yeah.
It looks like a lawnmower. The old drag and roll lawnmowers.
I mean, little body shells coming together. I've got the doors dry fitted. And,
That's so adorable.
So my plan of doing the body shell came to fruition because once that's all dry, I can pop the roof off and I can get inside and do all the detail.
Yeah.
All of it.
How are you going to keep it together when spraying it so you're not spraying with the bands on? Or are you going to just respray?
If I refer you back to the conversation we had earlier where I said I used canopy glue, the clue was in that, mate.
Oh, I didn't realise you can do that for all. I've got you now.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, it's only for the roof.
All right, I've got you.
But because the doors are white, it don't matter. I haven't got to keep them on. So, yeah.
No, paint them separately.
Absolutely. So, yeah. But, yeah, the clue was in the conversation, canopy glue, because that'll have a little bit of that smidged on it.
Cool.
I know, but look at that. I'm well happy with it, mate.
It's quite cute, isn't it? It's quite adorable.
I think it's cute. I think I nearly said something else then. The rear doors, you know where that was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're blue, so yeah, they'll go on. But I'm gonna.
Blue is a great colour for weathering.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them open. So yeah. There you go. I was waiting for you to ingest then on how you would do blue weathering. I thought we was going to get a moment there.
No, I just mean like, doing your dusty weathering. Blues, but blues and greys are great for that.
Oh, absolutely, geez.
There's so many different ways of doing it.
So, yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, my sub-assemblies, my seats have got to go in. They'll go in through the roof. So, happy days. Got me bonnet.
You're a bonnet.
So I'll probably knock up a bit of brass rod and hinge that so that it can be lifted up and down. Not that eModels are going to lift it up and down, because once it goes underneath the counter, it's never going to come back out again. So
yeah, it'll either be on the counter or Pete Mate's shelf.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we've got a bit of wheelage going on. Do we have the ones with the exposed nuts? That sounded wrong.
Steady, Nerys. John Christmas says, off to Telford for 2 days, got 3.5 hours drive and staying on outskirts to save on rip-off hotel prices near the centre. Yes, the hotel next door, I've stayed there, that is expensive. Very expensive. But then again, it's right next to the exhibition centre, so of course it's expensive.
Yeah. Well, it says to have the hubcaps on there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one with the hubcap on, and then the other side it's missing because it's a little bit downtrodden, this little vehicle.
Seems legit. Seems like a good idea.
Yeah, and he's lost on hubcap, but because he's a miserable old so-and-so, Anne's the milkman. Because we got Albert the beer man, so he can't be bothered to go and get an hubcap. So yeah.
I like the little story you're weaving through there. It's a little story.
Or have a story, mate. But I've already got this now vision in my head of a little street scene that I want to try and do, because these are only 35th. And I'm thinking on an A4, I could get 3 vehicles and something in the back. I'm not going to give the game away live on air.
Yeah. No.
He'll be asking me when we come off air, what you're thinking, and I shall. I shall let you know when we come off air, because I think you might get where I'm going with it. Then you can have a spider pig for your trouble, folks.
Ooh. I've been sitting there going, right. I was like thinking, right, do a little diorama where the hubcap's flying off and banging off an old lady and knocking her over or something like that.
Well, the thing is I'm going to have a spare wheel with an hubcap, so I can literally grind it right down so that the hubcap, So there may be possibilities here, folks. So, yeah. But I like trying to have a little story in my head on where this is going. It helps me fall in love.
There may be hubcaps ahead.
Yeah. Because then, see, the little build's going to end up talking to me then. And that's what it's all about.
Is it hubcap with an H? Or with an O?
Yeah, it's an up with an H, folks.
Jeff Light, would eModels consider doing a video of their shop, etc.? What do you mean, Jeff?
There was one, wasn't there?
Yeah, they've done little videos saying we are eModels and here's some little scenes. They've done a little one, but they're like really old now. They're like way back on the video on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. God, could you imagine the frantic tidying up Pete would issue if they did a YouTube video? Yeah.
I mean, the thing about eModel, if you've never been there, the thing about eModel shop is it's literally a warehouse and there's a trade counter and that's it. It's like the trade counter is the size of my workbench.
Yeah, being it's a working warehouse, I don't think he'd want to disrupt everything to do a walk around, would he? Because
there's really not much to show. I mean, it's literally is. You walk in the door, there's the glass cabinets with some stuff in, and then that's literally the till. And you give more your money, and you walk away happy.
Tell you what I'll do, Jeff. When I do my road trip, mate, I'll take the video camera up with me, i.e. my phone. And I'll do a little walkie-talkie tour for you.
Yeah, I think we did some a few years ago, but they're probably long gone by now. They're very old and bad.
So that's something you want to see?
Yes. Oh, in depth, not promotional.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I see.
Yeah. So yeah, something I'll see about doing. Why not?
Yeah. I'm sure
I'll
Pete's
love
thought
that.
about it. Yeah, I'm sure Pete Mate's thought about that kind of proper in-depth videos, but how much there is to go in-depth with, I don't know.
Yeah. I know what will happen as soon as I walk in. Please don't tell everyone that stuff's free today, Cole. Yeah, of course I won't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've not seen the big sign off put up in the car park then.
Yeah. See, my kind, if I did it, I'd be like, here's where the kettle is.
Yeah.
Here's the shelf with the Warhammer stuff on it. What else do we need? No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Done.
That's all sorted, isn't it? Yeah, happy days. How
It's
we
not
doing
like a
for
tradition.
Harry? Oh yeah, we'll keep going a bit. What do you want to do? Go till midnight then? Yeah, let's go to midnight.
Yeah, it's not like it's a big store where you would walk in and you get. Well, it's not like that. It's literally just a working warehouse, but they have a counter where you can stand there. So
we just stood there and mocked Pete, didn't we? Mercilessly.
Oh yeah. Well, me and was it me and Tony? Was it me and Tony?
Yeah.
Or me and Ted? We got there early, so they put us to
you
work
and
sticking
Ted,
stuff
yeah.
on the shelf. Yes, put us to work sticking stuff on the shelves. I'm like, man.
Yeah, you and Ted. Tony turned up late because his train was delayed, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, so
chaos ensued then because we just basically hijacked the store, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to put some stuff on the shelves? Here's a list. Here's a box. Put all these things in the right place. Okay. Don't mess it up. All right.
Yeah. Fox was like, "Oh, I've got to do work. Why?" Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it was all right. It wasn't that bad apart from one shelf. I think it's the E to F shelf, which is a living nightmare because the filing system on the shelves in the warehouse is really good apart from that one shelf.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Sense.
Yeah, Chaos Alley.
Yeah, where nothing actually makes sense. This one is shelved under E because it starts with a 1. Wait, what?
Yeah, that was, it's like compost corner, isn't it? It's just weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was like, here's the T shelf where you can see Terminator, and here's the E shelf where it's the 5th word starts with E. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what we call the Chris alley because, you've got to look really into detail to find any semblance of order. It's like, Chris designed this shelf.
Yeah, it's like, why is this pack of like Tamiya farmyard animals on the E shelf? Well, because it's extras, isn't it?
Yeah, it's extras. Yeah.
And they said, that was somebody else set that bit of the warehouse up at one point, and it didn't fit with the rest of the system. And it's to this day, it's still just this weird black hole of nobody understands.
It's so noticeable as well when you walk round in there, isn't it? Because everything else is like reasonably organised, and then you've got this Diagon Alley compost corner bit, and you're like, what the hell's happened in there? It's like, my God. Honestly, when I first went down there, I thought it had been burgled.
Yeah, because it's like there's no sorting by brand or type. It's just this. To the untrained observer, it looks random. It's just to the trained observer, it looks random. It's
I actually thought it was a holding area. This is all the stuff they've got to put away yet, and then it was no, that's where it lives. I'm like, oh, how do you ever find anything?
It's like, and we were doing stuff like when we were putting stuff on shelves. It was like. I've got these 4 things left. I don't know where they go. If you don't know where they go, they'll be on that shelf. Oh, right, okay.
It really messed with me because I used to be in distribution when I was at HMSO. So everything had check digits. It was all computerised. Everything had a place, and everything was barcode scanned in and out. And when I looked at that, I was like, oh my God. Honestly, I had a PJ tick. It was like someone had mentioned the Bluey car, it was,
And the worst thing is, it's like you've got shelves, like you've got a rack of warehouse shelving there, and then one there, and then on the other side you've got that. So you've got like rack of shelving there, which is perfectly filed.
Yeah.
And that might be like A, B, C, D. And then you've got this shelf here, which is random stuff. Yeah. And then the next shelf across is F, G, H. It's like, what? I don't...
Yeah.
And then one of the shelf systems had a completely different system for no reason whatsoever. And they kind of know it, so for them it's to like anybody who doesn't know it inside out.
Oh, yeah.
made me laugh.
But yeah, Jeff was saying being more of a warehouse, you can see how difficult it would be, but the model display would be cool. Yeah, it's funny. We mock Foxx whenever we go up there. We make a point of pointing out that his Eagle transporter is literally just under there, and he won't look at it.
Trapped behind.
He sits there stroking the counter going, I want to take it with me.
Yeah, if you've never seen it, the counter is like, it's basically a glass display case with a Formica thing on top.
Yeah.
So you've got like simply just two shelves of, and it's probably about, I don't know, 6 foot that way by about 8 foot that way with the flap in the middle so you can get into the warehouse. So it's just a counter with like, you know, a glass front basically. It's not like a really big display, and some of that's full up with like remote control stuff and things they're selling. And usually when you walk in, half the public area is taken up with boxes of stuff being delivered. So
yeah.
It's more just like the...
Yeah, go on. No, you carry on.
I was going to say, really just like they just put a little counter at the front of the warehouse so you can walk in and pick up your order kind of thing. Or, you know.
Yeah, it's a straight counter, like basically.
Yeah, it's not like you can walk in and ask to browse the shelves. It's like, no, it's a warehouse, and you can't come back here for health and safety.
Yeah, you've got customer side, because obviously public liability insurance, so yeah.
Yeah, there's no thing where you can look at things on shelves and so what, I'm one of those.
But...
not at the present, anyway.
No. Maybe when stuff's in the holding warehouse, yeah, they might be able to do something like that. But at the moment, it's public liability insurance, mate. Because if you trip over something, they're liable. So you've got to be so careful now.
Yeah, because that's a working area. I mean, the new premises they've got is, at the present, just warehousing for them. Yeah. But it's also got other things in the building. I'm not going to say where it is because it's not a public thing. You can't go there. But there's other things in that building that they own, like other companies like renting things. Yeah. So, you know, there's all kinds of potential for that place.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? You know, it's, and not only that, because of what's in there as well, you know, it would have Target in neon lights above it, wouldn't it? So,
but
we had that here with the Nintendo distribution place. It was like, why have you just put that big neon sign up? Because now everyone knows what's in there.
Yeah.
I have since moved.
Never underestimate Pete Mate's power to have cunning ideas for the future.
Oh, yeah.
If it can be done, he will do it eventually.
He ain't daft, you know. I know we mock him and make fun, but he is an astute businessman at the end of the day.
I mean, I know what the building is that they bought, and it's not a warehouse, but they're using it as a warehouse. But yeah, there's so much other stuff involved in that building.
Yeah. So right. What am I on? I'm on let everything dry mode now. Happy days. How you got on, mate? Let's show the viewers what you've been doing.
Just what I showed a little earlier. I've done lots of mostly shading tonight. I've put Agrex shade on my golds just to darken them down. They'll get the highlights later after everything else is done. On my silvers as well. Put a little bit of Agrax and Null Oil in the engine bay just to start it looking a bit gunky.
Yeah, nice one.
I need to do more Null Oil on the rubber hoses, the fuel hoses there, to make them look a bit more like rubber.
Yeah.
And I've put some washes on the little shrine at the back. I need to paint all the details on that.
Nice one.
And that's really it. It's just been shades today. I put all my tyres. I might need to do one more coat perhaps, but I might not.
Yeah.
So what I'll do before the next show... Yeah, thank you. What I'll do before the next show is just finish off all the little details, like I'll paint the little shrine at the back and stuff. Just get all that done.
Yeah.
Then we'll see how it goes after that, because then it's just the enamel stuff.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's difficult to do them live, isn't it? We found that with the Lehman Rust when we did the tracks. Do you remember?
Yeah, but I mean, if push comes to shove, if I've not received the Mortarian yet, I can always paint the Tank Commander while everything else is running, because it'll take a while to paint. So
yeah, that's it.
Not that you'd actually see much on screen, but
yeah, but you doing a figure paint on a live stream, you wouldn't have done that a year ago, would you?
You'd just be seeing the back of my head.
Yeah. What have I been up to? I have been doing buildy and all of that. Look, I've got all the body shell done.
So cute.
I've got my doors dry fitted. I want to keep them in place whilst this all cures tonight, but they really do fit like the proverbial glove. So I'm happy with that.
Vintage doors that are fatter at the bottom.
Oh, they're brilliant, aren't they? So, yeah, that's really gone together well. And then I can pop the roof off, do all the detailing inside once I've got the body shell colour on there. So I got that done. Got all the rear suspension sorted out. I've got no photo etch on there, so I've got to go back round it and put all the photo etch bits on. So I've got that done. We got a door with all the brackets going on. There's photo etch to go in there and handles and all of that lot.
Handles for doors.
And then I've started the tyres. So once they're dry, I can go round and kill any of the seams and get rid of that and weather them up. One with hubcap, one with a missing one. And the missing one I shall probably throw either on the back shelf or in the side of the road.
Why do I just know this little thing had a little poppety twin pot engine?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it has. It's got one of those little lawnmower type engines.
Yeah.
I think it's a 49cc, if that. It's got one of those little, like a tuk-tuk engine's best way of describing it.
Yeah.
So,
chicken chaser.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with mine. And dare I say it, it's been a nice little build to do that, mate. I really recommend
enjoying it. It's not like you've been enjoying yourself, which is good.
It's what it's all about at the end of the day. And like I say, there's another one I've got my eye on that I'll add to the set. And I will probably put in a little bit of a military vehicle just to finish the scene off. So, yeah. So that's what that's going to be, mate.
I've just realised I've got a whole mess of lenses to paint on this as well. I forgot about them. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got all your lenses to do, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got all your headlights, rear lights, searchlights. Periscopes.
All kinds of, yeah.
So you got all of them, mate. Jeff Light says, yeah, it's a little two-stroke probably. Yeah, I don't know what it said in the blurb, actually, whether there was any blurb. Let's have a look.
Whatever it is, it'd be very efficient because it's German.
But yeah, I'm sure there's blurbage on there somewhere about it, but yeah. Yeah, it's not giving me an idea of what the engine, but I would have thought it was a little 50cc two-stroke, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But, yeah. One knows, or can do the research and find out, I'm sure.
Little Popty Ping.
Yeah,
seems
little
like an app name.
Yeah, Popty Ping engine, little put.
It seems like the good word to use for it.
Yeah,
Popty
but it
Ping.
looks like it's a little single-cylinder two-stroke, to be honest with you. So,
Little chicken chaser.
yeah, it's not going to need much, is it? But
No.
it's one of them little vehicles that you would get, and you'd think, "Do you know something? I want to get one of them."
It reminds me of I think it's the Nissan S Cargo,
Yeah,
which was the little tiny van they made for like a year.
yeah.
And it's
For me,
S,
it
left an S
works because it's
Cargo.
got suicide doors, and anything with suicide doors is cool.
Absolutely.
Because I do like ye oldie stuff, and the mini art stuff, I must admit, I do like doing because it's just a fun little build to do. So
Yeah.
go
There's something about vintage cars that have the wood and the thick steel and stuff.
But they got character, haven't
Everything was
they?
heavy and weighty.
Yeah,
And what I've just realised, remember when I was saying about the guy down the road that had the vintage cars in his garage?
yeah,
They're only like 30 years old.
yeah,
My car's almost 30 years old, and it's like, that's not vintage. Wow.
yeah. Exactly.
We thought
With me,
vintage
they just
cars.
got that agricultural, cobbled together look, and it's function over form, isn't it? And I like that. So yeah. So there you go, folks. That's another wrap for us too. So we're gonna
Yes.
disappear and let you all get on with the rest of your evening because we are mindful it is a school night.
Yes.
So big thanks to all of you that have come in and kept us to company.
Yep.
Big thanks to eModels for sending us the stuff, supplying the stuff that we're using here, all the tools, equipment and everything. So thanks to the lads up there for doing that.
Yes, thank you to James.
Remember,
mate, Pete,
folks,
mate,
head over to eModels, go and give them a visit. As you can see on the scene there, they do all the God-hand stuff. Glorious range. Yeah, look at that.
oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So go give them a visit. Really friendly, folks, and they'll be most grateful for your custom.
And don't forget, emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop.
For all your model making needs.
How many?
Not some of them, all of
Some
them. All of them, mate. No.
Is that more than 3?
Yeah, none of your namby-pamby lit, mate. It's more than 6, so it's lots.
That's lots, huh?
That's
I only know
lots,
3
isn't it?
things.
So big thanks, folks, for coming in. Me and him will be back Friday for a bit of frolicky goodness. So look out for that on my channel.
Yep.
And then I'll be back Sunday for a gallery live stream and all of that for that one. Bear in mind, next Monday, I'll be doing a solo stream for eModels of the 1/16th tank. That'll give a few that have got real life issues an extra week to think about whether they can make it the following week. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So also keep a look at, because there are some more eModels videos that I'm editing this week that will be going up. So keep an eye out, folks.
Nice.
Anything you need to do on your wrap up, Geese?
No, just to say, as always, thank you to everyone for watching and coming along and shopping at emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for eModel needs. And we shall see them next time, I think, is all I need to that.
See you on the next one, folks. Until then.
There is one thing I forgot to say. If you hadn't realised, eModels have now vastly increased their range of Citadel paints. They've still got a few missing, but they've got most of them now. So if you've been waiting for them to get more Citadel paints, they've got lots more in stock.
There you go. See?
Bigly.
Yeah. Why is it that it's all on their website? Why is it that's all suddenly appeared? Come on, get it out your system.
Because they ordered them.
Yeah. No, it's because someone's been working on their website, haven't you, dear?
I made all the things for them, yes.
Yes, because, yeah.
It's not that good. It was basically, oh, crap, we need to put like 1,000 products on there. Fox, can you do it? Because we really don't want to. Oh, yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's the grubby grunt work at the coalface. It's not
absolutely. Stuff. This is where we all disappear and put our heads down and go, yeah, Fox, well done, mate. You are the face of eModels. There you go.
I'm like, what do I get? Like, thanks for the work. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Yes, all yeah. Rightio, folks.
Got to keep yourself in pot noodles, you know.
And we'll see you on the next one, folks. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Adios, amoebas. Bye.